Hello, traders. John at StockBookie.com. Today is 7/14/2017. It's 1:15 in New York, and this is our live streaming session. Let's get right into the charts, guys. If you have any questions or comments, hold on, guys. I haven't done these in a while again, so work with me here. All right, so I'm going to close that out. I can leave that up. So let's get right into the charts. Let's look at the SPY, the usual suspects. Let me open this up a little bit here so we can see it a little bit better. Everybody can see everything. If you're new to the room, just punch up a symbol with the dollar sign and tell me what you're looking to do. All right, guys. So let's get into the SPY right now. So daily chart, this thing's chugging along. All-time highs was 245.01. We did surpass that today. We're at 245.30 and grinding. We only have 19 million on a day. Yesterday, I don't think I've ever seen light volume like that before. We had 35 million. The only other session was usually around Christmas Eve or the day before Thanksgiving. No participation rally, guys. They're grinding this thing higher. I mean, look at this. So the Trump gets in. Everything's going to be a disaster. Goes straight up. Kill the puts, straight up. A little bit of a chance, straight up. Little bit of hope, straight up. That's pretty much the norm, guys. They have it pegged above the 20 MA, the 50 MA, and this thing keeps grinding higher. Big trend line for the bulls is this one here. If we get back below the 20 and the 50 for some, or it's got to be news, guys, because it's definitely not going down on just because it's going to be news, and most likely it's going to be Trump. If it keeps grinding, I don't know, we talked about 250, 253, or 250, 250, and then 255, so on and so forth. Let's see what happens on the weekly close, and then we'll go from there. So right now we had good bullish consolidation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks sideways, starting to make a move, still above the MAs, guys. But, you know, hats off to the bulls, guys. This thing's grinding on nothing. So if it continues going, maybe 250 is the area. I think it's going to be 250 for the SPY, 50 for the IWM. Let's go to the Qs real quick. 150 for the Qs because they're all setting up. It's all the same pattern, guys. Same crap, same algos, just pushing up on no volume. And then you have the DIA. Same thing again. Unbelievable. It's the same scenario over and over. So IYT, let's look at that one. Making a run. Remember, we talked about this one lagging all the time. It is not lagging. Finally, it got above the all-time highs. This thing's starting to grind higher. Let's see if this is a true breakout. On the weekly, though, if this closes up here, I want to see follow through next week on the weekly close on Friday. So we'll check that out. I think that's it for that. All right, guys, if you're new to the room, just punch up the symbol. Let's take a look at everything and then go from there. All right. Let's see. Got 2 screens open today, guys. Hopefully everything's running a little bit better. I'm still at home, so. All right, let's look at race. That's Ferrari, I believe it is. Not Reese. Let's look at race. Yeah, I'll do some more videos and stuff on the daily charts and all that stuff this afternoon. But right now, let's get into these charts. Race, you had the double top. This is what these things are doing, guys. Light volume prevails. You got 19 million on the SPY. Everything's grinding. Stocks are going up. Some are going down, the weaker names, but it's mostly driven on news or maybe earnings. But everything's ripping, guys. When you got 19 million on the day, these stocks can go up, down, whatever way these guys want to work them. Weekly chart, let's go into the daily chart of race. Above this area, it is starting to chop a little bit here. Volume was good, so I don't know if they or something, but apparently something happened here. It's pretty much what's going on. I've been looking at these patterns a little bit closer. Comes in, gives you a great load up all the shorts, and then boom, all of a sudden big volume comes in this thing, and then boom, it just then subsides. And then all the retail traders start chasing it up here. Can this go higher? Yes. Can it go to 100? Possibly. That's what it might be shooting for, 100 even number. We talked about this one before, and right now we are not touching it. And 100 if it does. Maybe right before it, because what happens is a lot of times they'll bring it right to 97, 98, and then pull the plug and do it that way. So race right now, I don't see anything wrong with it other than it went from 31 to 100 in a little over a year and a half. I mean, it's Ferrari, guys. This thing should be at least 500 by now. You know, maybe a couple more upgrades at the highs, a couple more lip service here, and maybe this thing can launch up another 100 points in a couple months. Because, you know, moves like this, guys, are really, really healthy. You know, not a sideways grind, just a straight up parabolic move. This should at least go another 100 points. But no, 100 will be my number to short this one. Still is a light volume equity. It is Ferrari. Maybe all the rich guys are buying into this stock. At this point, though, you go from 30 to 100, you got to take something. Well, they took it off right here. Hit the 90, came right back in. This is a nice topping tail on the monthly. If this comes back in and closes down in this range, this could be the top right here. The topping tail, it could continue up to 100. So just be careful if you're in this. If you are long, just tighten the stop and enjoy the ride, guys. This thing's ripping. The banks are coming in. Yeah, banks, you know, that's all more of the lip service, guys. You know, that's what these guys are giving, you know. But banks, they all had good earnings, but their outlook looked bad. Guys, yelling, raising the rates. The free money policy's going away. Everyone loves free money. I love free money. If they're going to give me interest on it, it's going to be like, well, if I'm going to take $10 billion loan and I'm going to get interest on it now, I'm going to be a little more non-risky at this point. What's going on my way? GLD. GLD. Wow, we got a nice gap up today. Yeah, we talked about, I didn't do a video. I'm going to do some more videos today, so we'll go through this anyways. But we held this double bottom here. Gap fill. I think it's got to hold on to this area or it's going to get ugly. We have this big trend line in here. Getting more stuff at my home charts, guys. I'm getting a new computer at my shop, so that's why I've been home lately. And I got this. I have a pretty good feed, but it's all on Wi-Fi, so it's a little bit choppy. So, but anyways, guys, popped up, still below the MA, still in a weak position down here, guys. We talked about the weekly close. We wanted to see it come up a little bit more, and it is. So we gapped up a little bit. What are we on? 92 cents on the day. So no, you know, nothing crazy, but we got off this low, so that's good. Still have to recapture this line to make it look good. We've been in a trade 150 area down in here when it was coming in. I wish we would have caught the bottom. Didn't we? Start adding around 115, 112, 108, I think it was. Then our average position 110.58. We sold half here, came back down. So I'm holding half position in this thing right now. Let's see if this thing goes. This was a trade though, way back before I started my StockBookie.com site. So all my positions started in March. So this was one in December. So I don't have this one on my sheet. So regardless, if I go on a gold long, I'll let you know. But I am in a short-term gold trade long that I'm holding with a smaller. It's not a swing trade. It was just a short-term trade while this thing was coming down, and to see if I could get more. I'm trying to hold it a little bit more into next week to see if I get a little bit more. But I got to make up for the AA getting railed on right now. But you know what? It's trading, guys. What are you going to do? All right, so that's gold. I think you're okay in that. Let's go to the weekly right now. Yeah, weekly. Yeah, that's what we want to see, guys. Nice reversal, engulfing candle, but it's still down sideways. We got to start getting above this trend line. I don't think it's going to happen today. I want to see more follow through on gold next week, and then we'll look at this chart. But right now, though, you know, it is trend line. Didn't like that, but it's holding strong. I think once it did that, a lot of people can see that clearly. Once it broke, a lot of the longs just, oh my gosh, this thing's going down. For us, it was like, you know, I'm going to put on a small position down here, ride this thing maybe for $1 or $2 or $3, and then now let's see if we could get this one to continue up next week. All right, let's look at the where are we here? GDXJ. GDXJ, same thing. We're back below. Same setup on gold. We have this trend line. We bounce back down. We curl back up. engulfed almost this whole downside last week. That's a great sign for the bulls. We are, well, at this point, looks like we're recapturing the 20 MA here. As long as we recapture, or the 200 MA, as long as we recapture that 200 MA on the weekly, we're okay. It is still down and sideways, a little bit bearish below all the MAs. Like I always say, if you're above it, it's a bullish stance. Below it, it's a bearish stance. So let's see if we can hold this 200 MA and start grinding up on this one. So again, this was, I think, the shakedown on all. Everyone's trying to go long the GDXJ and gold. This was like the little shakedown here. Just watching the SPY, guys. I mean, we have a little topping tail here, a little bit here. Still grinding on 20 million on the day. It's pretty pathetic, guys. All right, so weekly chart GDXJ. Let's go to the daily chart. Same thing, got below the MAs. It's trying to grind. We're back above the 50. Doesn't mean it's going to hold, but I love this reversal candle. We got a little bit of follow through. You know, all the bulls jumped on, shaked them out for 2 days, popped them back up. You know, because the bulls aren't buying down here. They're buying right here. Oh, my gosh, it's going up. And then they shake them 1 or 2 days, and then boom, right back in their face. Shake them out, sell them, make them chase again. You know, maybe they'll channel listing for the next week or two. Maybe. What we're looking for is a recapture of the 20 MA, fill this gap, get above the pivot, and continue higher to the 200 MA up here. So we'll see what happens with this one. Let's give it a little bit of time. It is the weekly close. I'm going to go over all the charts tonight on my weekly videos, and we'll go through a lot of these trades as well. All right, let's look at AAIO, my favorite one today. So I turned a good trade on Tuesday into a shit trade today. This thing's going up in my face. It's blowing up on me, but you know what? My position is okay. You know, like all the trolls on my position, he's going to tell everyone the position is small, so he looks a little better. It's too funny, these guys. And then the one guy was trolling me today. Somehow he knows what I'm saying, even though he blocked me, my feed. So all these guys are paid subscription pumpers, knocking the good traders like me because I have a free website, guys. It's all free. Maybe one day we'll charge so I don't have to deal with this stuff. And then you know, we'll know who the real traders are. Also, too, a lot of these guys who are trolling, they have nothing on their feed other than me. So it's the same guy, maybe 2 guys. Because for all I know, guys, I don't have time to be trolling people all day long. I'm trying to trade and help people make money. So, all right, AAIO, you know, right now there's no technicals. We started taking the scalp trades around 75, on this pivot here around 73, around this line here around 70, 72. So we're added more here, and boom, it popped up on us. So be it. You know, all you can really do on this trade right now, if you're in this one with me, I'm looking at the monthly. That's how I'm playing it. It's another high flyer, just grinding up. You know, more people are piling in with shorts, probably buying puts, so they're just squeezing. Volume was good on the ER pre-report or whatever it was. It's all news, guys. ER pre-report and an upgrade, I think it was. I think somebody upgraded it to 90 bucks or something. Who the hell upgrades stocks at the highs? I don't care what company it is. All these stocks, guys, are grinding higher with the SPY. If we ever get a red day on the SPY, need more volume. If we continue 35 million on the SPY, we're just going to continue up to 250, guys, and that's the bottom line. We go to 250, this one will go to 90, possibly 95. That's just the way it is. I'm going to hold this trade. It's going to be a short-term trade turned into a longer-term trade, but we started adding to on a short trade as well. A lot of people don't follow me on StockTwits. More people follow me on my website. So I posted a trade right at 79.04. We added a little bit more up here. Bucks, I think it was. So we're a little bit upside down on our swing trade now. But hey, this is as a technical trader, guys, this is where you're starting to get interested. So, and on a monthly chart, it's stretched. So that's how I'm playing this. And again, guys, do not go all in on your trades. I am not all in. That's what most people do. I don't. I spread them around. I'm making money on swing trades, scalping, couple day holds, what have you. In fact, we covered our loss, half of our Las Vegas today. So if you're in Las Vegas Sands, guys, we covered half of it this morning. If you follow my Twitter post, you know I covered half of that, and that was a good call because I mean it came down. I mean it was setting up bearish, came down on news. We almost filled the gap down in here. I just say, you know what, I'm taking half off. I would love to see 57 down in here. If it gets down here, I'll take it off. Come down on this pivot, I'll go long, and we'll go long on this one for a couple days. Again, long or short, guys, I don't care. I'm just looking for good trade setups on these charts. So AAIO killing us. What are you going to do? NVIDIA? Yeah, NVIDIA. All right. Yeah, I didn't do any, I couldn't do any videos last night because I'm getting a new computer. My old one's in the shop. They're just taking everything out and putting the new stuff in. And so I didn't do anything yesterday. Usually I do the AMD, the Tesla, and the NVIDIA. But hey, let's do it right now. We talked about this nice follow through. We got above the 20 MA. We did get catch this pivot, had one day of a pullback, and boom, right back up. But you notice, guys, the SPY's grinding up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. What are these grinding up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. It's the same trade as the SPY was. Here, let me, if I can, I'm on a Mac right now, which just pisses me off. But goes sideways, going up. But as this goes sideways, what'd this do? Straight down. 6 up days in a row, because you know everyone's buying puts on this little downside. Every time it's conditioning them. The market makers, the computers, the algos, they know everybody buys puts down in here. It just does. It's the nature of the beast. As soon as they load the house, 6 days, institutions just step aside and it just floats. Look at the volume on here, guys. I think we had 50 million on the most last 6 days. Today we might do 40 million. And unfortunately, till volume comes in, then we'll get pullbacks. But in the meantime, guys, we're adding shorts across the board. I know everyone doesn't believe me. It sent me an email about a post from the Jizz is up. I think his name is Jizz, I think. But I was saying, look at this guy. He had 6 times. But if you look at my trades, that's what I do. That's the funny thing about these guys and about these trolls. Well, then another guy said, hey, these guys have probably 10 names and they can log in and do that. I don't know. I don't have time to have 7 names and to be trolling. And if that's the truth, one thing, guys, if you have 7 names and you're going back and forth, and apparently this guy can see my feed somewhere else and you don't want this guy to do it for free? I mean, who else would do this? I'm teaching people. I'm doing technicals. I'm throwing trades out there. If you want to take my trades, great. Don't go all in. Go 5% of your total portfolio, 10 at the most. If you have a $100,000 account, it's a $10,000 position. So even if you had a $10,000 position and you're down 20% on a trade, it's $2,000. It's 2% of your total portfolio. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So now I gotta get 3 good trades in a row to make up for my 1 bad trade. You know, remember, guys, if I'm in this AAIO or I don't even know what it is, AAOI trade going into earnings, I'm going to buy a small call position to hedge myself against this trade. If it goes to 100, I'll be getting railed. If I buy a couple $100 call position, maybe 5 on this one because I'm getting railed pretty good, I'll make up for it. And then I still have my short position. You probably won't be able to get shorts on there or borrow shares from anybody because everyone's piling into this thing, but I'll already have them. I'll pull off my call position and bam. So I don't give everything out here, but as a trader, you got to think, okay, if you're going into NVIDIA with a short, you got to hedge it on the long side with a small put position or a small call position, because that's, as a trader, that's what you do. So, all right, guys, that's enough of explaining. NVIDIA, yeah, strong horse. Let's see. We talked about it going sideways. I think it's going to go sideways and wait for earnings, and let's see if this thing can pop up, guys. Like I said, we go sideways and down, tends to go down. We start grinding up, everything grinds up, and everything does on 21 million, guys. Big institutions can drive stocks up and down with no volume in the markets. If you had 212 million and this thing's dumping, I guarantee you everything's going to be red. No one's going to be able to do anything. But these are pushes, guys, where it pushes up $100. Man, going into earnings with a big position, you better take some profits off the table. So onion head, that's it on that one. Let's look for consolidation, maybe the next pop. It is the stock of the year last year. I'm sure it's going to go to 200 at least. Couple upgrades, but right now nothing wrong. Back above the 750 retrace. Let's see if this thing chops around and see what this thing does in the following week. Weekly close, we'll see what happens in the next hour and a half or so. Weekly close, we still want to see where it's going to close on this one. We do have a couple little topping tails here. It's got to close above here and then confirm maybe up in this area to get rid of these topping tails. But right now the topping tails are still intact, telling me possible more downside maybe in the future. I've been telling you guys that for months, but I'm just loading shorts across the board like I always do when we get markets like this. 2015 flash crash when it dropped 1,000 points, guys. I was loading shorts for 3 months, and it was right when I signed up for StockTwits, I think in 2015. And of course, everyone ripping me. We had 4 days of death, covered everything, went long. And then, of course, all the trolls, I go to talk crap to them. They all blocked me. So, but that's what I do, guys. I'm going to be 47 tomorrow, actually. Happy birthday to myself. And I'm too old to be crazy. I put on small positions across the board and let them play out. It's easier that way. Less stress, guys. Less stress. SLV. Remember, if you're new to the room, punch up a stock. Tell me what you're thinking about doing, and let me know. All right, silver. We looked at this one the other day. Remember, if this thing closes below this pivot, then it's going to be bad news. Looks like it's holding it right now. We are coming back a little bit like gold. I still like the gold. I don't, silver. I mean, it's okay. It's a good trading vehicle. But here was your gap fill. Here was your low pivot. They wrenched down this thing. Remember, everyone's trying to go long right here, so they got to really wrench you. Get you your margin call, get you, in panic mode because you're an average trader. They just go all in. They don't go slow and steady. But you had a gap fill here, and you had a little pivot down in this area. So that's where it was holding. But right now, you had a nice reversal up. We talked about this thing's got to push right up. Top around, still in a weak stance below the MA. So, that's slightly bearish. So this thing's just got to claw its way up. But looking a little ugly, though. Made a high, then a lower high, then kind of just chop. Pretty much the same thing as the even the USO. A lot of the commodities and stocks like this just kind of weak right now. But we'll see. This thing could catch a bid. Right now, we're just kind of waiting for pattern. If we start to go sideways, this can move up. But right now, we're starting to run into resistance. We got to wait for a pattern to see if this one can grind higher. Let's go into the weekly. Like I said, we had a nice reversal candle. I would like to see it a little bit more. I don't think we'll get it. But hey, we're still above this pivot now, so let's see what happens. If we consolidate down here on a weekly basis, it could start getting ugly, and we could definitely go into these low pivots around 13 bucks or so. So just hold tight on this one if you're trying to go long. Still weak below the MAs on the weekly. Let's see what happens. This one, but right now, it kind of saved the day, but doesn't mean it won't click over and go right back down. We got to wait for pattern on this to see where this thing goes. What's going on, bud? I'll give you a call later on today, and we'll talk. All right. Thanks for the email. I appreciate that. And yeah, we'll see. But if you got the email back, yeah, you know how I feel with this stuff. I'm punching up your name in there, Dom. Let's see what Dom's doing today. Yeah, but we'll see. If I go subscription based, start charging a lot of money, I want to be fair about it. And once I do that, I'm going to be here full time. And I don't know if I want the responsibility or just being here full time. I like my freedom. Let's put it that way. All right, let's get into CYBR. CYBR coming in pretty good. Wow, down 847. What the hell happened here? See what's going on here. All right, apparently it had earnings or news or something. I don't know what the stock is, but let's try to find what. I'm way behind on everything. That's why I want to get go to meeting, guys, so everyone can talk. I mean, we'll probably have a disaster in the room. Everyone will be yelling at each other, but you're ready on this stuff. But look at this here. You just can't make this shit up. Wow. All right, let's go from a retrace here. I mean, it's probably a little bit lower, but hey, for government. All right, guys, 618 trend line. Let's draw this in a little bit. Well, I mean, you can. By putting it right down by the pivot here. Let's bring it down. So it just missed the pivot. 618, running into some resistance here from this consolidation, going sideways. Maybe it will bounce. We are making, we made a high, then a lower high. Did it take it? And yeah, this is, look at that, down sideways. Look at the retrace back into the MAs. Boom, lights out. Still a 50-50 shot with earnings, so it could have went up. Easily went up because look, down and then sideways. This is slightly choppy bullish too, but wow, this is a nice haircut right here on the CYBR. Yeah, right now we're holding this area right now. We got to just wait for pattern. After one move, we did catch some support down in here. It's trying to hold. That's the trend line coming from those lows. your trend line coming from the lows. Good area, but honestly, it could go right here to 38.40 and then 32. Next big area is 40 bucks. If this trend line cracks, if we close below it and get some follow through and this area does not hold, we're probably going to revisit the 31.60. If the markets are ever weak and this continues down, this will go down further. If the market stays strong and keep grinding on 21 million like it's doing today, this could find support around the 40, around the 38 area, and possibly turn around and just start grinding again. So watch out for that, guys. But right now it's getting a little bit of a beat down. If you're short, protect it. Just trail that stop if you're short. If you're long and you're not all in, oh man, what are we down? 16%? Yeah, that's if you're in a big position long and you're getting beat down, man, it's hard to say. If this area doesn't hold, SPY pulls back, we will be going lower on this. But if this area holds and we kind of get a nice reversal like we did with the gold or silver, then maybe this grinds right back up. I don't know the news on this or earnings. I'll go through my thing and see. With that. So I'm way behind again. Yeah. Yasmin, you love silver. She does. I would think a woman would like the gold more. So how's everything still moving up with no volume? Well, that's what's going on, Brett, with no volume. When the cat is gone, which meaning the SPY, nothing's going on, everything's does whatever it wants. When you get a good conviction down day, all these things are going to get murdered. You get a grind up. You get stocks like Priceline. Priceline is the other one I'm getting my ass kicked too. That's another fake trade, guys. Please. Oh, man. Damn it. I don't know what goes on with this. I pulled stuff out and it just disappears. I don't know how to get it back. So I guess we're not working with that today. We'll just, I'm going to have to pull it up somehow, somewhere. I'm just going to make that wider. Who cares? We're almost over with the day. I don't really need to see all those anyways. I'll go through them when I'm done with this one. But yeah, so we're grinding higher with this. See what happens. They're trying to grind it with the light volume. Bad news, holding support. Let's see what happens from there. But everything. How's everything still moving? What is that? How is everything still moving up with no volume? It just grinds up. Algos. You have different institutions, you have it's just the way it works, guys. On a low volume day, push something up. Maybe they have weekly options. So, hey, let's take this. You got to remember, as a prop trader, you have 25-1 to leverage. So if I put 100 grand in an account, they're going to give me 2.5 million. That's not even going to grind stuff up, guys. You need billions and billions of dollars. The only people with that are some big hedge funds, big institutional money, and of course the Federal Reserve. They're not pumping stocks up. They usually go into the overall markets and pump it up overall, but they can move markets too, guys. Guys like me who don't do shit. I manage a guy's money. He had a ton of it. We weren't moving stocks with it, believe me. You need big bankrolls to move stocks, period. What platform am I using? I am using eSignal Pro, I think it is. It's 100 or 200 bucks a month now, I think. That's another thing. I'm a fake trader, guys, paying for a $200 a month platform. Gosh, what? I just have money to burn. All this stuff is fake, so yeah, so that's eSignal. I'm trying to get that. I'm going to see if they could sponsor me so I don't have to pay for this crap. So, because do you know which platform? Yeah, so I'm using eSignal. Thanks, guys. Happy birthday to myself. I'm just trying. What's up, John? Hey, Reva, what's going on? What's up? You guys go over to SPY. I'm holding the 244 calls. You and those damn calls, honestly, we could keep going, man. If we can get above this, if we can stay above there and keep rolling, we need some follow through next week with more than 20 million on the day. But if it starts going through, guys, I think we can be okay here with you. I think we could continue grinding on light volume going through the week. I think a lot of this stuff is due to earnings. I think a lot of people are waiting for that. So until the earnings season goes, and they see what's going on, I think the markets are going to just be quiet. Like bank earnings, I guess they were all good, but their outlook sucked or something like that. They all dropped. So you got to watch out for that. So, all right, guys, if you're new in the room, punch up a symbol. If not, we'll just go over the usual suspects. Let's look at AMD. AMD, guys, wow, got a little bit beat up yesterday. Nothing crazy. We did talk about, remember, we had the gap fill, this high pivot. That's where it went to. Great trading stock in a channel. That's what we're doing. Kind of like AAOI. That one's in a channel too, but it's not as stretched. Well, this one's stretched too. I'm saying lower prices still on this one, guys. AMD still stretched from the 20 MA. It is still curling up. When we first started doing this one, we were down here around $5.56. Now we're at 8. So this thing curls up to 9. That's your target. Curls up to 10. That's your target. As long as if this thing meets up here with the 200 MA, this thing comes in, it might give it a better chance to fall. But right now, guys, nothing wrong. Going into earnings at the top of the channel, or we were at the top of the channel. Remember, we talked about the gap up over this old gap fill, this new gap fill in the $14 area. What did we get 2 days ago, 3 days ago? The gap up. You know, don't want to deal with resistance, gap it up. But then the profit takers who bought in down here, maybe down there, they came in, took some profits, brought it back in, and then boom. Buy the dippers, come back, but, you know, not bad. Still above the MA, still strong stance. Let's see if we could chop back up, but it's really not giving us anything, guys. Just kind of choppy, sloppy patterns. Great trading opportunities, though. I would have bought down here, never made it. Here, I should have went short. I was waiting for the 15 bucks because it was looking pretty strong. Never made it. Boom, came in. So we took our trade, no position in this one. We took our short back here. We had a 4-day hold and out, and never traded it since. Just doing it because I get a lot of emails saying, hey, John, can you do the AMD, man? I like what you're seeing. You've been pretty much hitting it. I've been hitting it pretty good, but, you know, of course, when I'm not in the trade, it does pretty good. When I'd go long here, they would flush it out to there. You know how it works, guys. You take the trade, they flush it on you. And British can't sure AAO stock borrowing restrictions. Yeah, you know, a lot of institutional money is blocking those shorts, and you gotta, you know, maybe puts. I would get puts if this thing goes up a little bit more. Again, if the markets grind like this, guys, everything's just going to grind unless it has news. If it has news, then you better watch out because stuff will come down. So you got to look out for that, and then you know, take it one day at a time, guys. Remember, small positions, guys, small. Yeah, me. And then I get these emails. I took a position, this and that, and I'm losing my ass. It's like, yeah, you 10%, right? No. Oh, I'm in half my portfolio. It's like, it's like, all right, well, let's look at this thing. But let's look at the SQQ. Right now, holding support. I follow the Qs, so let's look at the Qs. Same thing. I mean, this one was chopping around the lower range, and out of the blue, 6 days straight up on, you know, look at the volume just disappearing. Same crap, different day, guys. We go down, everything tends to go down, then we go straight up. But we did catch this trend line down here, so it wasn't bad. It was looking a little bit weak coming down in here, then out of the blue, again, straight up. Get back above the MAs. See how it was dealing with it right here, the MAs? We always talk about gapping up and gapping down. Didn't want to deal with resistance, gap it up. Right where, guys? Right into more resistance at gap fill. Holy cow, it closes right above it. Magic. And then grinds higher, little follow through. Bulls know and technicians know if you get some follow through, it could lead to higher prices. You're back into this pivot. 142.16 will be a big area, guys. We did break above this trend line as well. So we're starting to break out a little bit, but the volume sucks. So I just can't say, hey, you know, maybe hop on for a little, you know, a little move up and then, you know, maybe ride it to 145 to 150 possibly and then pull it off. But I don't know. I mean, 6 days up, resistance. I just can't do it, guys. I'm sorry. I can't. It's against my religion. And again, if you watch my video, why we are short in the markets, I'm going to show this every time I do a live session now. This is why I'm short, guys. I cannot take a trade at the all-time highs. I just can't after a run like that. This is .com smash, .com or housing smash. This is the QE, quantitative easing, Federal Reserve. Well, the Federal Reserve creates every bubble, but this is it right here. Max extension move, symmetry in the markets. This is some of the lines. Watch my video, guys, why we're short in the markets, and you'll see why we're talking. Back in here, we did the symmetry work to say, hey, this thing could go to 2,500. 2,500 is like a magnet, guys. Big level. Everybody's watching it. You know, do we hit it, push through, and then dump? Monthly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months pretty much straight up, guys. What happened here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months, chop, and then dump. So we rally. One big push into it. What happened here? One big push, pulled it back. The next big push, a little bit of a stall. This is when Greenspan was raising rates, and everyone was like, wait a minute, you can't raise rates. So he held them a little bit longer. And then right in here, I believe it was, he just started raising them like every 3 weeks, raise. And then what's the dot-com smash? No, it was the Federal Reserve raising the rates. It wasn't anything to do with the dot-com boom. Okay, if you're talking about the dot-com boom and had everything to do with that, then okay, let's look at this. Google monthly, straight up. Amazon monthly, straight up. NVIDIA monthly, straight up. That's unfortunately everyone got stuck up here, and all the AMD bulls are like, come on, this thing's got to go up. It's AMD. But you got that. You got 3M even straight up. You got J&J. This is the most unhealthy market that is driven by the Fed from quantitative easing, Operation Twist, POMO. They call it a new name. Every time they do something new, they call it a new name. Just like mortgage-backed securities, guys. They're calling all that crap a new name because it takes time for people to dig around and go, wait a minute here. So they're calling that used to be a mortgage-backed security, and they're calling it what now? And wrapping the turds together. And don't forget about the subprime car loans last year. So that's not going to do anything. So, yeah, Dom. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'll give you a holler. 22 million on the SPY, laughable. LVS looking good to short. We are short win. We've been getting murdered in that trade. I've been sticking with it. I don't know what the average price is with that. Let me see here, guys. Oh, man. It's been a day, guys. It's been a day. Let me tell you. Sitting back, guys. I'm letting my positions go. A lot of days like this, I don't even look at stuff. It just pisses me off. Basically, it's easier just to set it and forget it. And if you look at stuff every day and oh my gosh, I'm down again. Oh my gosh, I'm down again. It just starts to grind on you. I've learned with the years of trading, just set them and forget them. You know, they're monthly charts. You know, they're stretched. What's up? You know what? I am going to pull it up. I don't know if my feed's stalling out today, but I'm going to pull these up here as we go. I don't feel like pulling any. I'll just pull up. You know, if you're members at StockBookie.com, you get this sheet. The trolls that are posting, all the trolls that are posting this stuff up and everything, they're saying I'm a bad trader, but they're members at my site. You only be a member to get this, or to look at it, I should say. But these are all the trades. Win. I'm right at 122.26. So getting a little bit beat up right now. We added a little bit more at 132.60, but that's what we have. But these are my positions, guys. Again, you could clearly see I go slow and steady on these. All in one shot and hope this thing pulls back. Well, we pulled off Las Vegas Sands today, half off. 59.77. Our entry was 63.77. So hey guys, I made a little bit of money on that one today. Woo woo. So, but yeah, a couple of these trades are getting killed. Some of them are right in the money. I mean, go back like PM, like Philip Morris. You know, this is another one, PM. So you know, we're starting to look at shorting right here, 104, maybe double top right here, and this thing just keeps going. I mean, look at this chart, guys. It's just getting to be stupid. And well, then Amazon comes out. We're taking over the world, and you got even Costco. I mean, Costco, we shorted that one. We got that one for a pretty good gain. But another one, guys, stocks aren't supposed to do this. That's just the way it is. Gosh, I don't have my ticker. That happened to me yesterday. I clicked it, disappeared. I couldn't find it. So, all right, guys. So yeah, so LVS, MGM win. We are short on LVS already. When it hit double top up here, that's when we went short. We got the little pullback today. I just think you could, well, let's look at the charts, all right? This was the area right here. This is where we started adding. And look at that. Every time we add a little bit more, boom, they stick it to us. They make it every time it overshoots. They make you in pain, and then all of a sudden slap. I think maybe Macau news because they're all down today, and then it comes straight down. It's kind of funny, guys. It's doing great. You know, 6 months ago, Macau was the hottest spot on the world and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden it's like, well, Macau slowed down and we're looking at the numbers. And it's like, oh my gosh. It's like, really? It's like, okay. But we almost filled the gap here. That's why I wanted to pull some off, or to fill the gap window. Gap fills down here. I still think we could go to 57, but let's see. Let's look at MGM. A position in that, but let's see. Yeah, see, they're all, this would have been your spot up here. And if you probably go back on MGM, I bet you there's something up there. Or is that the all-time? Well, it's not the all-time high. I know that. Yeah. Does it have a pivot? Look at that. Is there a gap fill right there? Well, there was a gap fill there. That's where it stopped. Gap fill, pulls back, makes a launch, gets everyone on board again, because this is what they do. Comes back in, still above the MAs. It's not bad. I mean, you could, this would have been your spot up in here. 33, you know, anywhere past double top here, 30, it would have been 30, 31, 32, you know, and it already, $30, that's $4, that's the trade. If it retraces up a little bit, maybe, but I mean, look at the move, guys. Again, 16, it was a $16 stock, a little bit extended. That's why we're trading these equities. And then win, I wouldn't mind. You could short, you know what? You could short win, small position. If it gets above the 140 and continues. But, you know, this was 3% in here. And when it was at the lows coming down here, it was probably down 4%. That would have been it. I mean, pull back, retrace, and then the fall. But again, news came out, as all news driven. So what can you do? So SPY's still grinding, guys. 23 million. Yeah, right now these are pretty good. You could take a stab at them. Just go small position. Use these high pivots as stop outs. And if it comes up, maybe add. If it gets above here, starts to move on either MGM, Las Vegas Sands, or that's where you stop out. All in. If you have a $100,000 position, maybe start 5,000 or $100,000 account. 5,000 here, maybe 5,000 at 140. Your average price would be around 135. If it gets going up, you stop out. You lose $5, you're done. You know, you might lose $500-600. Big deal. But then, you know, you got to take that trade and keep going. Don't sit there and cry about it and keep moving on. But not a Ruben, I'm just saying. You know, believe me. It's like AAOI. I just want to turn that one off and not look at it anymore. So, oh my gosh, it's crazy. So JNUG, let's look at JNUG. Yeah, I got to do a video on that. I'm getting some more emails on that one too. I've been doing the GDXJ because that's the one that controls this one. We went over the GDXJ. This one's okay. You got to follow that one. It is starting to come up, so be careful. As long as it holds this line down here, follow the GDXJ. That one reverse. Got to get back above the moving averages and continue higher. That's the bottom line on this one. But it is going sideways in a bearish consolidation, just like the GDXJ and gold and pretty much silver and everything. It's got to start popping, guys. But remember, they pulled it back. This one's just kind of a skewed product or ETF, so it's really hard to trade. The GDXJ, GDXJ. That's the one we're looking at here. You know, so we're back above the 50 MA. This thing continues up. JNUG will continue up. You still have gap fills, gap windows, big line here. You got a lot to get up, but hey, remember, if you don't want to deal with resistance, just like today on the GLD, gap this bad boy up and keep it going. So watch for that. But right now, a little bit weak. This line, I don't like that too much, but hey, you got to respect it. It's what's, you know, it's what the charts are giving us. Let's see if we can recapture the 20 next week and continue up. But let's keep an eye on these and see what next week brings. The volume, when the low volume, the bull or bear can control more. When it's low volume, Brett, the bulls can take over because it's just grind. Look at how the SPY's just grinding. And what it is, it's all algos, and they're programmed to just hold the moving averages. Just stick it above the moving average and just grind this thing sideways. You get a big, I mean, it's like the other day with the Trump crap. You got this pullback right here. Things grinding up on no volume. If it wasn't for this 2-day, you know, 2-bar surge, you had 6 million in one bar. We can't even get 800,000, 200,000 in one bar. You get a little bit of news, and they dropped it. Actually, I'll pull it up on the bigger time frame. Volume in these markets, guys, these things are going to flush. Like right here, this is when Trump Jr. did something or whatever. Look, you got 6 million. Right now, our average volume now is 300,000. Grinding. And then once this one, look, they grind it up on volume. Last one here, you got shorts covering because they're just like, oh my gosh, not again. No volume. End of day, shorts covering, going, oh my gosh, not again. And then boom, watch the volume in the last candle. They'll cover it, probably squeeze it up higher. even on this time frame, guys, you get stretched from the 20 MA, it usually comes back. See how it's just holding it, gets below, comes up, gets above, comes down, holds it, gets above, comes down. Almost hasn't kissed it yet today. So maybe we get a little bit selling at the end of the day and comes right back down. We'll see. They got to hold the 245 area, guys, to get everybody, then CNBC will be like, we closed at the all-time highs. The bulls are on board. Hey, let's bring on Buffett and Tepper and Siegel. And they'll tell everybody how good everything is today. It works in these markets, guys. About it, right? Yeah, Brett, low volume, grind. You get massive volume, you better look out. Let's see here. Commissions. Hey, thanks for the happy birthdays. I know my finger's on the sell trigger. Yeah, right. I promise next week have put if the SPY hits 250. All right, cool. Hey, rock and roll. CARA. Yeah, we've been looking at that one. I think you've been bringing that one up. That one again. Still grinding. All right, let's see here. Well, markets are grinding, so why not? You get 2 days of complacent markets. This thing's grinding. We talked about these areas down here. We filled the gap. Let me just clean this thing up here. Down here, there was a little bit of a gap. That's where it seems to hold. We got below the 200 MA, so it was like, let's see if we get some more follow through. We never did. Came back up, never got follow through. Boom, they got, I don't know what's going on with this one, but maybe earnings news, and now they're buying the dip on it possibly. I just maybe look at this for taking it off. You're going to have some resistance coming up in here. Then, of course, natural resistance at 1931. And then 1988, you're going to have more resistance at the gap fill. So if you are long in this trade, just hold tight. It's looking pretty good. You're back above the MAs, and it's starting to grind. So just got to keep going, though. You got to get above these areas here, especially the 50 and the 20 MA. If they can't make it there, then you got to tight. Just trail the stop if you're long. If you're short here, though, man, I mean, especially from 27 and you didn't cover down in here, geez. Even here at 27, I would have been done at 20, and I would have been watching this thing go down. But again, up, people are buying the dip. Let's look at the weekly chart. There's got to be a MA or something down here. Yeah, right there. There you go. 50 MA, you had this high pivot too. This was boom, comes in, goes back up. This was once resistance, becomes support. There's your line right in here. Oops. There around 1272. So that's what it looks like it's holding right now. So right now, that's what we're doing, and it's holding pretty good. Now, weekly close, you got to get above the 20 MA, and then this one continue up. Let's put a retrace on this big area, though, from where it fell. Yeah, almost into the 250, 382, 50 retrace, and then the 618 up in here, so 2288. Yeah, so you got a little bit more this thing can go. If the market stayed like this and just keep grinding, look at that, just keeps grinding, guys. It's just not going to stop. Yeah, you're in from a 12, go to 20. I mean, that's almost 80% trade or whatever that is. Gosh, you got to take it. So right now, nothing wrong. If this thing continues to grind, just trail the stop and let it rip, Big Hoss. Hey, thanks for the happy birthday, bud. I still think we have a 17-year NASDAQ consolidation and a new bull market now. Great, guy. Just go long then. Make sure you go long and make sure you go heavy long. Okay. Okay, I'll get puts in the SPY at 252. Yeah, I mean, it keeps grinding here. Ask you, buddy. You follow all these other traders. You send me all this crap all the time. Why do you even come here to these sessions? Are you really learning, or are you here to talk shit? I get these emails from you, and honestly, guys, I do this stuff for free. I get all these emails from these guys. And when they tell me shit's gonna break out for months, and then it does, and then it's like, hey, great. I'm showing you guys reasons. You're saying a 17-year NASDAQ consolidation? Where? That. Even if you go back to the Qs, where's the consolidation? I don't know who you're seeing. You always send me these videos from these other guys. Look at this guy, and look what he's saying. I don't see the consolidation. I see an extended move here, coming down, and another flipping extended move. That's a bullish consolidation right there. 17-year bullish consolidation. I don't know, George. I don't know who you're talking to or whatever, but my God, I'm seeing a stretch chart that's just holding up on light volume, waiting for some news to dump. That's what I'm seeing. And earnings, we're going into earnings. They better be good. Amazon, Nvidia, all these. So if you're going to send me videos to links to all the other guys, maybe you have a paid subscription. I don't know. I'm getting tired of these emails from all these guys or on the finding out that they have 5 different accounts. They have paid subscriptions. I still have buddies where they go to these guys and they tell me, it's like, hey, Bookie, man, I sent this guy an email, and you know what he sent me? He sent me his trading site, and he actually runs a paid site. And it's like, oh my gosh. I never even thought about it. I don't have time to go back to people and troll. Hey, this guy sucks. This guy this guy does. It's like, holy crap. It's like unbelievable. So George, if you think it's a bull market and you think all my calls are wrong, then why are you in this room, bud? You know, if you're learning something, great. But my gosh, you send me all this other stuff from these other traders. Well, check out this guy. You're always wrong. It's like, all right, then I don't know why you're even here. You know, we're in a bull market now. Oh my gosh, you're even getting confused, I think. Do you think there will be a big flush before? Nah, not with 24 million on the SPY. I wish I could tell you that. King of the Hill is easier with less people involved. Yeah, right. I guess I told you to buy CRA at 16 before that rip. I don't know. I can't take too much credit at went up on news, but still hell of a trade. Yeah, that's right. You know that CARA, guys. I mean, this thing. You know, we were talking about. I know a lot of people were talking when it was going up. And I was like, you know, we got double top here. That could be some resistance. I like the 30 area, and it popped up, never made it. But I mean, look at that. It popped up, got everybody on board. I mean, look at the volume here, too. Got everybody excited, and they dumped it in their face. You get some volume here. It's holding strong. But I mean, this little tail here, even on the monthly, that's just brutal. Trace here, and then I would short. I would possibly, depending on news, I don't even know what the stock does. It might be all news driven. I mean, I would probably take a stab at it right here on the short side, around 25, 24, 25 area. If it goes a double top, then maybe. But again, I mean, if it popped from 15 to 30, who says it can't pop from 28 to 50? So just be careful with this equity. What was it, 5 million on it? It has good trading volume, so I wouldn't worry about that one. So KHC. I don't know what it does. New issue, not a lot on the charts. A little bit weak. They might have had some news or something. Wow, look at that. Caught a pivot though somewhere here. Not a lot on the charts, but nothing really. Nothing. You had a gap fill down here. It's got on weekly. Is there something on the? It's got to be a moving average on the weekly. Not a trend line. Well, you could make a case here. It's not the best, not the worst. I mean, that's what it seems to be holding. Let's take a bigger fib here. Yeah, 5-0 retrace. You got a little bit of a trend line. It's holding that. You are below the MAs, a little bit weak, but it is making a run. But you've got to remember, you fell from 93 to 82, and it's the buy the dip mentality markets. Guys just keep buying the dip, and it keeps working. That's what people do until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, that's when you wake up to 4 days of 100 down, 1,000 down. It's like, damn, and that's when we get paid, and everyone else will be jumping for the hills. But that's the problem. It will go down, and everyone will short at the bottom, and then they'll be buying the dip again, going long again. So right now, again, guys, I'm going to be 47 tomorrow. I'm tired. I don't want to put on stressful trades. I just set them and forget them. I don't want to watch them. I don't turn anything on. I just look at the charts all day. I'll keep an eye on them, of course. I know what I'm in, and I know where I need to be, but it doesn't, it's just like, gosh, to stare at AAOI all day. Oh my gosh. I used to be in those trades, one trade, all in, sitting there all day, pulling my hair out. And then every time it's like, oh my God, the guy upgraded again. Kramer's talking about it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting killed. And then bing, the email comes through. You have a margin call on your trade. And it's like, oh my gosh, not again. I got to get away from doing this. This is stressing me out too much. So now I put on a ton of positions, all small, make a couple hundred here and there, maybe 1,000. If I lose 1,000. If I make 1,000. I don't care. Wait, let's see here. Trying to get the big drop failed. The The big drop was a failed drug on care. Okay. Yeah. So people are buying it again. That's what you're looking at there. Just like this one here, you get some downside. People are buying dip. Now you're just waiting for pattern on this one. Let's see if we go sideways, chop around. The big thing, you got to recapture the MAs on the KHC and on the daily as well. You got to get above all the MAs. It's grinding though. It's grinding. So big first areas here, get above this and possibly higher prices. But watch out. This is a new issue. There's not a lot on the charts. But another one, though, we went from 62 to almost 100. It's got to get a break here. It is holding the 20 MA on the daily, this trend line. So you have good support here. Let's see if it sets up sideways from our downside. Earnings comes up. This could go right back up or go right back down. So watch for earnings on that one if you do have a position, Ruben. And Mondelez. Yeah, Ackman. It's like Ackman, guys. Huge position on. They all come after him. This one's holding up strong. But another one, 2009. Look at this. Oh, yeah, because stocks just grind up like this because earnings and everything's so good. But we came back in on the monthly. See what we're looking on the daily. Let's see here. Downs. Yeah, this one's looking weak. They took Ackman out on VRX. They took him out on Chipotle. He covered and Chipotle went up 150 bucks. Or it sold as long and went up 150 or 100 bucks or whatever. But yeah, this is down sideways below the MAs, weak stance. It is holding these lower pivots down in here. Let's see. We did have a gap fill there. It didn't make it. Gosh, it would have made there. That would have gave me a little bit more. But if you're trying to go long on this one, if it stays in this range, it most likely is going to start going going down. If the markets stay like this, 24 million on the day, this definitely can start to grind higher. So you got to watch out for that action as well. But right now, looking a little bit weak, down sideways below the MAs, weak stance, weak below, but they are grinding it. You see some tail candles here where it seems to go up and someone coming in. Seems to go up, someone's coming in. So this could have been an option play. Great. If you would have wrote puts right here, oh my gosh, you'd be killing it. Especially all these days down, boom, right a put. So that's why someone's holding it down, probably decaying the option, and then boom, they sell, bam, it pops up. So got to get back above the MAs if you're long. If it starts slipping, you do have the gap fill support, but if it slips, you're probably looking at here and then gap fill down here around $40.63. So either way, this high, it's about the same range of ways, each way. This is setting up bearish unless, markets stay like this, like everything else. You could just catch a bid and go straight up. So be careful. If you're trying to short, just be careful. If you're going long, just trail the stop. If we get above these, just keep it going until we get the double top here. I would definitely take some off here if you were long in this trade. So, but right now, a little bit weak. Up. I mean, this thing chop, took off, came right back in. Now it's chopping. Let's look at the monthly we looked at. Retrace. Look at that. Came back down, shaking Ackman out, and then brings it up, comes into this area of resistance and right back down. So we're holding this area. It could chop around. Monthly chart looks a little better, but it's a monthly play. I don't know where it's going to close on the monthly. Following on the daily, it's a little bit weak. All positions are long, John, but I still love listening to your analysts and I keep my mouth shut. Trey, I don't care if you're long or short, man. I mean, that's kind of the trade. It's just I've been in these markets before, but I don't know if you traded that 1,000-point down day, but if you were long that day, you were jumping off the cliff. I was short, but I'll go long. I don't care if I have a great setup. I'll go long. Just right now, when markets are toppy, I just can't do that. I mean, we could still grind up or whatever, but again, my positions are small. They're not huge. If we grind up, we grind up. But most of them are playing the high flyers. Even like Fizz. This is another one. It's a beverage company. Look at the monthly. Straight up. Possibly could make a stock go from 40 to 108. It's called this. It's called the Federal Reserve. And it's Fizz, and it's, oh my gosh, it's undervalued. It's like, this was a $21 stock in 2000. July of 2015. It was a $22 stock. It just see how it just kind of, I don't know, what did they do to make this go up to give this kind of a valuation? And that's what I look at. I mean, it's kind of like a Dollar General, same thing. This was another one. It's Dollar General. Be $100 stock, and then they freaking pull the rug, and this thing's chopped. But everyone who bought here, they're loading up here, and this thing's setting up to go lower. They said 150. Who said? But the Kramer and the talking heads, and even me, I'm a talking head. But it's like, God, you get a chart like this, you got to expect something to pull back. Too, we added more. We're a little bit upside down, and this one's coming right back in. You know, we did it twice, just like shop. We did shop. This what was another one? I think it was shop. That was one we went in, went out, went in. Yeah, I mean, look at shop. It's Shopify. It's gotta go up. You IPO down, down in here. Now we're $100 stock because it's Shopify. These valuations are insane. If you ask me, at least, I don't know. I see charts like this. It's like you got to short that thing. Holy cow! Monthly chart takes a little time, but mama mia. Yeah, I'll go long. If you want to go long stocks, tell me. I'll find support. I don't care. George, are you on StockTwits? I don't know if he's on StockTwits. Or any type of social media. Riva, Nasdaq 6666 will be the sell. Yeah, I know, right? That's what everyone's been saying. It's 666 going down and 6666 going up. I mean, it could happen, guys. We're not that far away. Come in possibly. That's it. More and more people are saying that, so I don't know if that's going to. George, I'm in more of a day trade than a swing trade. I'm not nearly as short biased as John, but I watch him to get different perspective. Open to, yeah, I'll be long, guys. Believe me. When everyone's short, I'll be going long, and everyone will be telling me you're crazy to go long. Watching the clowns on CNBC or other channel, only make you second. Yeah, it's insane. Cut, Anna. If you got something wrong, yeah, you cut the trade and move on. Yeah. The big thing with me, don't take massive positions, guys. Look at this market, though, guys. Just can you even see the volume on the SPY here, guys? Just grinding. Incredible. If this does not get the small retail traders in this thing, I don't know what will. It's always the last at the party, guys. The one last move, everybody piles in. Say as a new issue, Kraft Heinz. Okay, is that what that is? Did they merger? Okay, is that what's going on? Yeah, so guys, I don't really follow the news too much. Do you mess with the rights at all? REC pays off 70% distribution monthly. O is at 4.6 cents and it seems more secure. Oh, yeah. No, I don't mess with those. We did short O, though. That's another one. We were short O at one point, but look at the chart on this one. I don't even know what the hell the company was. But when you get extended, we short. Came in, look where the target was, 20 MA. Goes up, look where the target is, 20 MA. Goes up, look where the target is, 20 MA. Now we're just in a massive grind on the SPY. Hard to pull back on the monthly chart. I'm saying when the markets are just grinding for 13 months, this is what you get. And then this one, though, was like, ping, and then, well, that's enough for this evaluation. And then you get the upgrade. Well, we're going to put a 120 price target on this one. It's like, oh, my gosh. But, their stock's starting to fall apart here. And a lot of retails are because of Amazon. Amazon's taking over the world crap. But for this stuff, you get this extension. Boom, this one just gave it up right back in. Yeah, we were short this one, Dom. So SPY absolutely, yeah, it's ripping on 25 million. Jeez, algos are just taking over. Ripping. Nasdaq about to test the swing high. Yeah. Is if the Trump trade is over, anything else other than gold? Hard to say with that one. I like the gold because I'm a gold bug, but gold's been doing pretty good for me. Again, I'm a trader, guys. If gold goes up, I'll short it. If gold goes down, I'll go long. I don't care. Bull or bear, who cares? We want to make money. Both are, yeah, exactly. You got that. Baba. All right, let's go to Baba. I punched that one up on my feed, so everyone's looking. Yeah, even this one, guys. 150, though. It's a big target. Same thing, though, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months up. What's the market's been doing for 7 months? If you look at let's go to the monthly on the SPY down in here. Look at that. What has it been doing for 10 months? Grinding up. What is everything doing? Grinding up. If the SPY comes back, guys, everything's going to grind down. It's a market trade. So since this little pivot here, right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, what a coincidence. If we had a pullback here, where do you think this thing would go? But if you look, let's see, 10/1/2016. 2016, that's when we get a slight pullback. Look, we get the pullback. This thing's starts pulling back, comes down here on 11.1 further, and then pops up. I think that would have been earned. This is on earnings now. But then markets take off. This takes off. That's pretty much what's going on here. Markets chopped around. Everything was kind of chopping. Markets take off. Boom. This is what I mean. This is so unhealthy. It's just, if this goes up, you got to write calls. Let's put it that way. But yeah, Baba, I mean, if you're in this thing, just trail it up. You don't want to come in here and this thing comes flat down on earnings. It might pop up, might pop down. For me, though, you're stretched 50 bucks from the 20 MA, Eiffel Tower. I just can't. How do you go long in this thing? And all these. I should have taken longs. If I was China, yeah, that too. You know, well, that's what they said about Twilio. It's in China. It's got 4 billion people. And you saw what you saw what happened to Twilio. But this one, there's really nothing to do for me. Go into earnings, see what happens. Just make sure you don't load the boat just in case if it pops. This is where the CFO came out. Our stuff's going to double next year, I promise. And then pop. And that was just like, oh my gosh. It's like, all right, how many call positions did somebody buy here? Who did what down in here before this thing exploded? And then it just keeps grinding on low volume. So you got to watch out for that stuff as well. And just keep playing it, guys. I'm going to keep trading, and that's all I can really do, for now at least. So, and put them on, just make sure they're small sizes, and that's it. I've been going all in, heavy positions, getting wrenched, and I just don't do it anymore. I'd rather just set it and forget it. I wish I had all my positions up here. I just want to, I guess I could shut everything down and turn it on when it is. I click it, I hit it last time and it clicked off, and I don't know if trade, I don't even know where it goes. I don't know too much. I'm still learning. I got this offer maybe a year ago, and I'm still learning. Baba, Mealy, and Shop are all e-commerce companies that are blowing up on Amazon. Okay, is that what's going on? Okay, yeah, Mealy too, same one. Oh my gosh. This one we did trade a couple times. We've been in and out, so this one's been okay. This is your pivot point right here. If it could break above there, you're okay. But look how controlled this is. Do you think that's algo's controlling that? Tree. Down, up, down. Look at this, especially here. Look at those moves. Gosh, you ask me, that's beauty in the charts. You got a short, cover half, short again, cover half, short again, cover half. And then long. It's going up now. If it comes up here, well, I'll add more to my short and do it again. We've traded Amelia a couple times here. Why not? You go to the monthly. Got another stretch chart. Unbelievable. Let's look at Shop. Yeah, well, we looked at Shop. They're all there. It's all the same stuff. Real estate ETF, IYR. That one, yeah. That one looked down sideways. This one's chopping around maybe for lower prices. Coming to double top here. See how it broke through double top, guys? So it goes up, pulls back, goes up, gets everyone on board, pulls back, shakes them all out, chop, chop, chop. This is monthly, though, bigger time frame. Pops back up in the moving average. Everyone's like, oh, here we go. They probably gave it an upgrade up here, whatever. Then, boom, reverse right in everyone's face, down. Now we're going sideways. We're holding the MA on the light volume, overall market with light volume, but just grinding sideways. Yeah, the AAOI, that thing's just point. But, oh, well, it's a fake trade, so whatever. I don't care. It's a fake trade. Maybe I'll add more up here, Why not? But this is down and sideways on the monthly. Let's look on the daily real quick. Again, guys, if you're new to the room, actually subscribe to the bot. Subscribe right down here. Twits, or sign up on my free website at StockBookie.com. So, but yeah, subscribe here, guys. Just trying to get more people on board. And click on my ads too. That's how I make like a penny a day. But yeah, those Mealy, yeah, Amazon coattails, unbelievable guy. Amazon's taking up. Remember in 2016 when Amazon came down there, or going up, taking over the world, and all the retailers came down. They're going to close them all. Then midsummer, all the retails rallied. Third quarter, retails are strong. You got to get into them. Where 6 months ago, you don't want to buy retailers. Amazon's taking over the world. That's what these guys do. So they hyped up the retailers, just like the Foot Lockers. That thing, we shorted this one too. How do you not short this? Look, high flyer, stretched, monthly, boom, short. covered. Boom, short again, double top, covered. I wish I would have wrote. I wish I wrote half of these. We were even short AZO, but it's AZO. It's holding this though. We did a video on that. It's holding that support, but it's AZO. This is the master of the stock buyback, and that's the other thing too, guys. No one's investing into the economy. All they do is buy their stock back. So what does that tell you? All the way up to the top. We shorted it. I think it was 813 right here on this candle. I think it was, or 812 right in this area. And I didn't post this trade. This is on, I think it was on my Twitter feed. Man, look at that. We took it for maybe $100 and down she went. That one, ORLY. Wait, let's look at the monthly chart again. Really, it's got to keep going. Look at it. And well, it's just going to click, guys, and all of a sudden you're going to get this. They did hold this support down in here, though. We talked about 175. It's holding because you know the buy the dippers. They can't help. They got to do it. Dip. Good move. Good bounce, though, off 175. You know, or well, 170. I don't know. I don't know if you could go that far back. This thing was a disaster, though. Jeez. Top, chopping, getting everybody. They chop it up. All the bulls get in. Chop it up. The bulls, oh, my gosh, here we go. It's going to 300. Then you get the upgraded to 350. Oh, man, this is going to be great. This thing's been marching, and all of a sudden you get that. Been in those, guys. Here's your little pivot. You got a pivot down here, and you got, you might have a gap. Hold on here. I'm going to have to open this one up. There's always reasons, guys, on the charts. That's why I keep telling you guys. Is 116.80 a good point for entry on GLD, or should I wait for lower prices? Bounce chat already. You got just be careful with that one. You are setting up for a bearish pattern. I would wait to see if we could get down to the 115 area on the GLD. But I'm long gold from the 110 area. I sold half at like 123, I think it was. I don't have the chart up here, but off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, you can. I don't know. I took a short-term trade. I'm in the money now on that one, so it's doing okay. I mean, you could take it. Just don't load the boat. Just don't load the boat. All right, 169. Where were we here? So you got this low pivot here. Gap window, 164. So yeah, there really wasn't anything. There was a little bit of consolidation on that end. Ultimately, though, you had the window here. Then you had the gap filled down in this area. So there's really you had the little pivot there, consolidation. So nothing really. Let's go back. So that was a pivot with the little thing, and then the 170 even number. Let's look on the weekly. Was there anything on the weekly on this one? Yeah, you're still below these though, but my gosh, look at that. I think just this thing. Let me see on the fib too. Let's stick a fib from here. I think it's going to be too low. Yeah. Let's go on the bigger time frame on the monthly. I just want to see is there, I did this. I mean, this is what I was looking at more in the 150 area, but we're catching a bounce. I'm just trying to see where the hell did it catch a bounce from? Condition, maybe the 170, 175 quarter numbers big too. Yeah, even this, well, they got it back above the 5.0 retrace around 184, so maybe that was it. Yeah, we were looking down in here about 150, 155. Never made it, so that wasn't in trade. But you see what I'm saying, guys. Look at these charts. And these are the first ones to go, and then they're going to rotate them. So then maybe they'll start buying these again because these are cheap. They'll rotate out of tech and go into these guys, just stuff like that. So they're getting out of these because, man, the show's over. Remember, oh, O'Reilly's, oh my gosh, this is way undervalued. You got to buy this up here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that one's working really good for everybody. But this is one. Then they're all in and they're just getting ripped. So you're in a small trade long, maybe, $10,000 position long up here. You're not getting beat up that bad. That's why, that's why you got to do that. Let's see, 116. Let's see, AZO, great fundamental short. New cars have so much tech in them. Work on them. A car anymore. AutoZone will die. Yeah, but still, this chart was way overdone. $50, $100 maybe at the most. Let's see here. AZO got it at 115 2 days ago. That was the gold. Yeah, so hold on to it. Just tighten that stop up then, man. You got $2 on the trade. Just hold the stop. And we talked here. Let's go over the GLD. We talked about it earlier, but yeah, the GLD, what we talked about was you held this area here, this big green bar, had some pretty good support, holding it, popped up. We had a nice pop up today, 90, almost a buck up, and we got to get back above this trend line. We got to get back above there. Once we do that, if we do, we still have gaps to fill. There, bunch of gaps, bunch of moving averages of resistance going up. So just watch for that. But it's chopping around down here, so it's a little bit weak. Big target is this trend line. We get above there, this thing can possibly start to give it up. So watch for that. Chart over and over. But yeah, nice reversal though on the weekly, guys. So that's almost engulfing this whole bar, but still down sideways. Let's see if this thing chops and then possibly starts to go up. Got to get back above the MA. So if you're bullish, so Chad, hold on to that. Great trade, $2 up, man. Not bad. You know, I don't know how, you know, if you go in a couple hundred shares, it's still like $600. It's a great trade. So AAOI is money-making machine for me. 2,000 shares in and out every 20 minutes. Nice, big hoss. Yeah, it is a great trading vehicle, but I just don't do that anymore. I don't hop in trades after a huge move and try to make those. That's the type of trade I always got burned on, because I would hold it overnight, then the next day it would open up, it would smoke me, then I would add more, and then I'd be all in, and then I'd get the margin call. So if you can manage your money, big hoss, and not be a pig and just get in and get out, God bless you. I just couldn't do it when I was trading years ago. I'd just get, you know, I'd have a $20,000 trade, then I'd lose 40 on it and be like, oh, that's a great trade. Just slow and steady. That's all I can do. So thanks. No problem, Chad. George, I like opposing view, but I would like to see your charts or technicals. If you have any trading view or stock twits, please let me know. Yeah, I don't know if George does. I think he has a trading blog or something like that. I'm not sure if he does. NTNX. Yeah, get in a bid here, you know, with everything else. We had the technicals, another one IPO, straight up, straight down. That's pretty much the picture. There's not too much on the charts here. I would look at here for resistance. You know, bounce, got it, you know, broke up and then held and then broke through. That's going to be some resistance. Let's look where the retrace is. So we're into the 382 retrace. It's got to close over 2184. If it closes over that, then it can continue up. Let's look at the daily real quick. I don't know if maybe they're getting news as it's grinding up or making higher lows here. Pretty good shape. If you were long in this one, trade. Good. If I can get the right thing in here now. This is where, you know, just hold it and let it rip. And if it's continue to climb, you're looking at 23.19, 24, 26 as it goes up, but not bad. We're back, you know, above the MAs, grinding away. Daily chart. What do we got? 8 million on the day. Looks like some news came in here, what have you. But if you're long on this trade, hold tight, let this thing go up. The markets, like I said, if the markets have a pullback one day, you know, just be careful with it. You know, I doubt it's going to pull back at this point. We're just going to grind to probably 250. So, but market's weak, these will go down. Market's strong, everything will just continue to grind up. AAOI trade. Holy crap. Unbelievable, guys. They have this thing pegged just grinding right now. You know, and these are the trades. You're all in on this one. You got to cover. You have to. Me, I'm bleeding. I'm not all in, so I'm all right. But my God, right? So we're just sitting there going, "Oh my God, oh, what am I gonna do?" Bing, margin call. It's like, here we go. You know, and so it's kind of crazy. So. Yeah. So this one, you know, hold on, got above, going pretty good. You know, here's where it fell right here. Here's your gap. Here's your gap fill. So that's some big areas too if it continues to grind up. So yeah, exactly. And that's what I tell people too. If you're long in this trade, trail that stop. Don't get caught in it and all of a sudden someone downgrades it like Tesla and the thing's bombing. See, people, the bulls, I was like this guy, just making fun of the bears, just ripping everybody. Then this is a while back when Google or Yahoo had the finance page where you can go and troll people. But I was the bull on there, like buying AAI. He's going, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire. And then 2 weeks later, things bombing. And I'm still all in with margin. And this is when you can get 4 to 1 margin, guys. This was brutal years ago, and then you just get your head taken off. So that's all I'm trying to say, guys. That's why I do this stuff. If you're in that trade, take something off. And then everyone's like, well, you're sure you want it to go down. I look at this, guys, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. This is the bull trap, guys, in my opinion. You just can't help yourself at this point. You've watched it go up from 59 to this area after the news, and now it's up another 10%. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to do it. And then the typical trader, and that's just how it is. All right, anything that confirmed to you to have anything skin in the game? You know what, Brett? I just don't show shit. I showed stuff when I first started doing it, but it means nothing. It's like asking Goldman Sachs, well, hey, can you show me your stuff just to make sure you're in that trade, Goldman Sachs? It's the same thing, bud. Sorry, I'm not showing shit. And it's the internet, bud. What if I showed you that I have anything in the game? What does that really prove other than I have a position? I pay $200 for my charts, dude. Do you think I'm doing this for fun? I guarantee 99% of the people don't pay for their charts on here. They just don't, because they're not a full-time trader, and they don't do it. They don't believe in a good charting system. I have eSignal Pro because I have multiple brokers. I don't want to be stuck to one broker. I want to be able to short a stock. I'll go to 5 different brokers to say, hey, you know, let's click on that level 2 to see if it trades. Let's see if that, you know, no shares to borrow, no shares. It's like, all right, let's try this broker. And then if I have to, I'll make a call and say, hey, what do you guys do on this? You know, and go from there. But honestly, I did it in the beginning. It didn't prove anything other than, oh, okay, he's good, you know, and it's like, all right, whatever. You know what? So at the end of the day, sorry, guys, I'm not showing anything. If you want to follow me, great. If you don't believe me that I'm taking trades or doing anything, it's not going to hurt my feelings, believe me. All right, let's see here. You know, and that's it. Sorry, not to be a dick or anything, but that's just the way it is. You know, everyone, I get these trolls. Show me your craft. Show me. What does that prove to you? Okay, he's in it. I guess he's for real. I could still go in there and make up shit and post stuff. I just like everybody else does. Even if I show you a level 2 or show you a count, is it real? I mean, it's the internet. Don't believe me, then hey, then don't follow me. Don't come to the sessions. I don't know. I'm looking at charts. I'm showing people what to do, whether I'm in a trade or not. Well, just like the other guy too. I'm in 52 trades, guys, right now, okay, on my swing trade short list. In any more of that unless if I lessen my size position. I still want to have capital left to make trades. I want to still do intraday stuff. I have several accounts, guys. Some are scalping accounts, some are short-term accounts, and some are long-term, more swing trades. Long-term, 6 months, maybe a little bit more out on the high flyer. Sometimes they take a little more time. But at the end of the day, guys, what's that going to prove? I think I showed one guy in the beginning a bunch of shit. So I posted something, and he was like, oh, all right, man, you're for real. All right, thanks. All right, I just wanted to make sure. So whatever, it doesn't bother me. But for a guy who's paying $200 a month for charts who's not doing shit, it's kind of stupid, don't you think? So Brad, to answer anything, you know, I don't know, you know, maybe you're one of the troll guys, because that's what usually the trolls are like, well, show me your trades, show me what you're doing. I'm not going to. I have another computer that I run all my level 2s because I don't know what's going on YouTube. I don't know if someone can come in here and do something. I just don't know. I keep everything separate. So anyways, that's, you know, like I said, not to be a dick, but to prove anything to you. It's like going to your neighbor. And this is the analogy that I gave. It's like you see your neighbor buying an Escalade, buying a BMW, putting in a pool, and you're going, there's no way this guy could be doing anything. And then you go over to him and say, hey, man, there's no way you can afford this Beamer and this Escalade, and you just put a pull in. Let me see your check every week to show me that you can afford this. Punch you in the face. Like, yeah, I'm going to show you my check, right? I'm not going to beat a dead horse. All right, Chad, BBRY. Doesn't prove anything, guys. So it proves to you that I'm getting my ass kicked in AAIO. That's what it'll prove. BBRY, right now a little bit weak. We had a nice move up. Daily chart held, pretty much got rejected as was coming up into the gap window here. Came right back down, a little bit bearish, below the MAs. To me, it's setting up to go down. But earnings coming up, could pop right back up, fill this gap. But a little bit weak. Came up, pulling back, came up, pulling back, slowly making higher lows, just chopping around. Now we have a slight bearish pattern. If it breaks this area right in here, and this is going to go right here too, right here, 935. $10 is the big area too. It's got to get above it or below it. If it gets above 10, it's got to shoot for the 50 MA and the 20 MA, get above that, then possibly higher prices. You still have this gap window here to come in. You got a great overhead resistance, but a little bit weak pattern coming in. Let's look at the daily on this one. Daily, yeah, gosh, went straight. Great move here and right back down. You know, this is another one. Get everyone on news and then pull it back. Bearish pattern above the MA, strong stance. A little bit weak going into earnings. It could pop or it can drop. Right now, nothing really to do. Just wait for pattern. Let's see if this thing can pull, you know, chop around. Guys, we're red on the SPY. What is going on here? 2:30 time frame though. We're out. Remember, we're out of that special time of day. I always post that on StockTwits. So yeah, you pull back, going sideways above the averages. So watch for that. Intel, INTC. Hold on, guys. I got to check my email, make sure. All right, I'm waiting for an email. Damn it. Else here. All right, sorry about that, guys. So Intel, yeah, making a good run, maybe up into earnings. I think earnings are possibly next week on this or in the next couple weeks. So again, you know, we catch these bottoms. You get buy the dip mentality. Here's your bottom right here. Oops. Right there. And right here too is a gap fill. So wow, it almost filled the gap, getting a oversold condition. I mean, this thing, you know, chopping around, but look, made this. Look what it did. Reverse, right back up, got all the suckers back on, flushed it, slightly bearish, pop it up again, maybe throw some news. Let's see if this goes to 618 or 3 or the, let's see if this one goes to the blue line, which is the 750, or does it go to the green line, which is the 618? Let's see. Oh, if I could get my thing and get the fib in there. All right, let's see. 750 is the blue line. Right there. Guys, your algos are programmed to take shit to the Fibonacci's. Gap low. Wow, look at that. Gap fill there too. So if you're not watching the charts and following fundamentals, oh my gosh, Intel's fundamentals are fabulous. But you got a gap fill in the 750 retrace coming off this bottom pivot. Bam. Got all the longs loading up there. Shake them out. And then really shake them out. Not knowing that, wow, another gap fill. They're all selling, going short. Why not squeeze them for another 5 days? They had the pain in this trade going down. They go short. Now they got the pain going up. That was me, guys. Was it, gosh, 2005, 6, 7 in those areas? You know, even way back in 2000 on the dot-com boom. Everything was great, and then the rug pull. It's like, oh my gosh. But it's not going to happen again. They promise. Just punch up Ben Bernanke before 2007. There's a couple videos out there, and they show the housing is not going down. We got it under control. Everything is fine. I don't know why you guys keep saying we're in a bubble, this and that. And then they show we're going to bail out the banks now. It's like, oh gosh, it's the same stuff, guys. Waiting on data, waiting on inflation. Out, they take housing out, and they take gas out. Oh, we're holding inflation pretty good. Everything seems to be fine. What are they using now? One item for the barometer for inflation. Drives me nuts. And then shop. I showed you shop. And it's just a high flyer. I don't, you know, it's trying to get above this area here on the daily. It's trying. If it could get above that, we could break out again. Over and over and over. This is another one, just like NVIDIA. They bring it up, bring it down, bring it up, bring it down, bring it up, bring it down. This one could start flying, though. If it does have good earnings, it can. If it goes up on earnings, I'll start a new position on shop short. Look at the shop one. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the Eiffel Tower. So, Chad, be careful with that one, bud. He has a website, Twitter, StockFit, Facebook, and a ton of followers. Yeah, I do all right. I don't know. I was still going up, put a trailing stop. Yeah, do that, Onion Head. Onion Head, that's hilarious. I still laugh at that. I'd like to see what your word is with anything in weight. Otherwise, I came here to see StockBookie analysis. and you are just blowing smoke and being rude on the stream. Yeah, see, I knew it. There's your that has to be. Let's see. Let's look at. All right, Brett. Here, I'm going to be rude to you. All right, bye, buddy. Have a good one. Well, I'll put you in a timeout. Not because they're trolls. Oh my gosh, look at all. So he had a bunch of them on there. Oh, look there. Oh my gosh, no way. Kyle, see? There you go. There's your trolls, guys. Oh my God. This was the same guy that's been trolling me on StockTwits. Holy cow. Oh man. All right, I'll be careful. Thank you. Holy cow. Hold on here. Let me I don't even know if I can bring him back in. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and this is the stuff I deal with every day. And then those are the guys. Well, show me your account. Da 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 da. It's like I don't really. Let's see, view. Oops. Yeah, I don't even know. Let's see. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I believe I know what you do. Wasn't directed to Jory. I follow you across the board. I have enough experience. I know what you're doing. Laugh out loud. Multiple brokerages count is what you have to do. Yep, you got it. No troll. I found you on StockTwits. Yeah, you know what? Whatever, man. You know what? When you punch in 42 things on here, people want to learn on here, Brett. And if you're just going to punch in a bunch of crap, then whatever, bro. I don't know. Well, I'm to the point. Whatever. All right, so all right, if you're new to the room, just punch up a symbol. We'll take a look at it, and we'll see which way these things go. Let's start looking at. I'm going to look at Tesla. I haven't looked at that one today. All right, be careful. Everything is straight. Yeah, stupid. It's just getting to the point. I mean, even Tesla. I mean, look at Tesla, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars up, and then boom, comes right in here. And then pulls back, on news, of course, you get the downgrade and stuff. But hey, I think that guy, Goldman Sachs, everyone's calling him the worst guy. He's a terrible, he's one of the lowest, analysts. They're all low analysts. Half of the guys were upgrading this thing, saying everyone this was going to 450 or whatever it was. And look, bam, we're back down here. This was on an analyst call. No, this was an overbloated stock that needed to come back in. As soon as he opened his fat trap, the selling came in. But all the smart money, this is where the smart money was dumping right here. This is all the little guy dumping now. I mean, buy the dip mentality, you fill the gap, bounce right up. Still down, still sideways, still slightly bearish. Got to get back above the MAs. Earnings coming up. This one could go to 400. This one go to 262 easily, and then come back down here to pivot, pivot low. So who knows, guys? With this one, get the buy the dip mentality. I talked to another CEO that I used to consult, and he was telling me this company's just they don't make money. A big CEO that used to run some companies out in California, and he's just like, wow, this company, unbelievable. If you take Elon out of the equation, I don't know, are you going to buy Tesla? I mean, remember, it's a good company, it's Tesla, but you take him out of the equation, are you going to still buy the dip on Tesla? Tell yourself that. So I don't know anything about it. I'm a trader. I just hear that he's not making any money on cars. The only big thing is that people who buy them, they get the government incentive. And if that incentive goes away, I don't know. I think there's other cars out there you could buy. They're pretty cool too. Teslas are good, but for 120,000, I don't know. I have a friend that owns one. He seems to love it. I don't know. It's just me. I just look at the charts though, guys, a little bit weak below the MAs, going into earnings. Anything's possible, guys. It might fly up in your face. It might dump out. Who knows? Hey, though, AAOIs. Oh, my gosh. I guess I'm rude because I'm from Chicago originally, and I'm kind of sarcastic. I don't know how it is. Or better yet, guys, I'm going to do this one for Brett. Everything's great again, guys. Here, let me show you all my money that here, let me pull up my bank account too and show everybody on my account that here's how much money I have in my bank. Is that better now? Oh man. Right, show me your account, show me your bank statements, show me all that stuff. It's like, really? Oh, I guess you're real now, you know. Everything is stretched. MU. Yeah, MU, right? I'm just trying to have fun here, guys. If you don't like the feed, then don't watch it. I don't know. I'm here trading anyways. I want to have some fun, you know. That's why I wish if I could get the GoToMeeting and get more people in here where we can all talk, let's throw out the ideas and make something happen. MU right back up. I mean, it's been holding this area here for a long time, guys. It got up. Look at the bigger time frame on MU. We talked about this one when this one was going up. So it was up, 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 up. We talked about 29.74 and this high pivot here right around 31.51. This is what it's pretty much been holding. You get a move again like this. You're still above the MAs in a strong stance, but you are stretched. That's how, look at this, stretched. What happened? Straight down. Pretty much the same thing, stretched. Maybe up here, if it comes up in here, I'm going to show you something. Could honestly move up higher. Right? We're not at the all-time highs. This is a symmetry play. Okay, take this. Let's see what the symmetry is to this move to here. Okay, I'm going to take the bottom there. This is a symmetry. Let's move it over. This is where this thing can honestly go, right here. That would be $40 would be your target. If it cannot get above this 36.55, it's not going anywhere. But the symmetry in here, that's the move. Comes in here. Let's see the move. Okay, but let's look at the symmetry on the other side. So if it moves down, have the same symmetry move to the downside. This is the beauty of the charts, guys. Charts love symmetry. Now, if this thing goes down, could it play out like that and actually go to $6? Maybe. Is it an ABC pattern? Boom, down? Maybe. I don't know. We're going to find out. But right now, it's really just chopping around, going sideways. I don't know. Look at this thing. It got to that area after that up right here, up move. And then the market's grind. It grinds higher, pulls back. Another one gets up. It's everyone in. Oh my God, here it goes. Upgraded. Sucks them down. Buy the dip mentality comes in. Might come back up here and flush them out again. So MU, just be careful with that one, Chad. You never know. FXC. FXC. Yeah, if you're in the MU, just tighten the stop. Wow, look at that. That's a currency trade. I don't trade this one at all, but yeah, you got double top up here around 79.12. So you got good resistance coming up. You got a gap fill up here. That's a monthly chart. Let me go to the daily. Let me go more short term. AAOI coming in. I'm watching it again, guys. I can't help myself. But this is where they pull the flipping rug. And this is why it's so important to take profits. Not that it's going to come crashing down, but all the people that are screaming and buy it. But that's the thing with stock twits, guys. There are all these people telling them, keep buying the AAOI. You know, they might be pumping it because they're selling it. But my God, how can you tell people to buy it up here? Yeah, you look like a genius if it goes 60 to 84. But my gosh, just be careful. That's all I'm saying. I've been wiped out, guys. Been wiped out. And that's why I do this stuff. Because I've been in those trades where just get all in, just getting wrenched over and over and over. It sucks. So you have a big double top here, 78.17, and you have a big gap fill coming here around 79. This you have a pivot on a window at 78.53. Let's go a little bit further. Yeah, right there. There's your point. If you are long in this one, watch out for about the $80 level. 79.20. Everything's overshooting, so I'm going to say 80. But 79.26 is pretty good. If it could get past there and fill the gap and everything, you're probably going to 80, maybe higher. Has a hell of a move right here. So if you are long this one, just tighten that stop, trail it, make some money, man. Don't turn a good trade into a bad trade. All right? Like I did with AAOI. My fake trade. It's fake. It is, really. I've had so many trolls, and then I do this, and I get these guys talking. George, he's a good guy. I've known him for a little while, but lately he's been sending me emails and stuff, and all right, it's going up. It's like, all right, dude, that's great. It's going up. You know, if you don't like my stuff and you're always going to go against me, then, and I guess follow somebody else, I guess. I don't know, guys. It's Friday. It's coming the weekend, getting ready. Got to go to the shop for a little bit, tighten up some stuff. Tesla Model 3 has unveiled on July 28th will move SP dramatically. Is that, yeah, Disney having a party or something like that? But it could be a sell and news event, Tony. I don't know. And we'll see what the chart set up. And then earnings When are this Tesla earnings, guys? Someone click on that one. Go check the short interest on NASDAQ, 2 million shares covered at Tesla top. Yeah, shares covered. Tesla top. Yeah, because all the little guys getting squeezed. No, I don't know. Yeah, I think he's having a party on July 28th. I don't know. But yeah, this one guy, you go up, you have a little pivot here that you're going to get some resistance. 28.53 got filled, and this one around $80. So watch for that. You're starting to come into some heavy resistance. If you are long the FXC, tighten that stop up on that one. ANW. Gosh, here's your same. God, it's like the same freaking scenario. And I'm looking at more. So they gap it up, crap it out, gap it up, get more people on, crap it out, gap it up again. Now we have a couple topping tails on here, even though we're above the MA and a strong stance on the daily. Right, chopping around in a bullish pattern. Got a little tails here. It's not a true topping tail, but it's telling us this could possibly pull back. If you're trying to short this thing, you get above 5, you're going to have to stop out and possibly revisit this thing around 151 in this area here. You got a good big gap fill this thing can go to. Slightly bullish above the MAs. Still, little tails up here. Someone's fighting this thing, trying to hold it down, or are they just trying to play the decay on writing some calls? Let's look at the monthly on this one. I just want to see the monthly job here. Yeah, look at this. Same thing. Look, stretched. What did it do? Come down. Took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, but still came down. And this one, I think, was the August. No, that was 2000. I mean, guys, straight back down. What's the moral of the story today after looking at all these high flyers? They will all eventually come in. I don't give a shit. Well, who gives them evaluations or fundamental crap or whatever? But that's just the nature of the beast on these guys. All right, so that's what's happening. We're back into the 20 MA on the monthly chart. Let's look at the weekly real quick here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at this trading. Look at this. Boom, down, boom, down. Yeah, this is ugly. Looking on the weekly, it's even worse. Made a higher high here, but then came right back in. Tried to make another higher high there. Came right back in. Great bullish pattern though on the weekly, guys. This looks like it's setting up higher prices, but again, if it starts cracking below the MAs, I think we're going right back to 107, maybe lower. It's trending down now, kind of getting chopped. Great support coming up, but unless it comes up 145 and starts to go to 157, chops around, this pattern fails, you are going lower. So onion head, if you're long, just tighten the stop. If you're short, just hold on. If it starts to pop to 145, just either add or get out and wait for it to come to, these higher prices, 152 to 157. Then, then even you have, makes me laugh. You have this big trend line here too. So if it pops through there, you're most likely going higher. If the markets stay like this, you better watch out. These things can pop. And then earnings coming up. I don't know what this company does or what it is, but you could pop or you could drop. So it's a 50-50 shot, just like the casino, guys, just like the casino. Dollar and gifted my account again. Yeah, good job, Big Hoss. Oh, I used to trade Apple and MasterCard when it IPO'd, Visa when it IPO'd, and they went straight. I was in Baidu on IPO, and when it went to, I think it was like $50 to 150, I caught it at like 70 and sold it at 150. That was one of my biggest trades ever a long time ago, was the IPO on that. And I'll never forget, I'm rushing home. My mom's calling me, it's IPO'd, it's going. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I get on. And I just, of course, like any other trader, just hopped in with, I think it had to be around 1,000 shares. So I think my account was right around 70 grand at that time. So I was like, I'm just going to do 1,000. The thing rallied like 60 points. It was like, holy crap. It took me about 6 months to give all that back. One-time trade. It took me 6 months to give it all back, and then up and down, then just slowly starting to bleed. And that's when I learned technicals and said, you know what, I got to stop this. I can't just keep giving money to the markets. I wanted to learn. Oh, you're back on here. Just don't spam the site, man. You punched in like 42 things. People are trying to read the feed. That's all I'm saying, man. So just relax over there. If you want to learn, that's fine. Keep posting stuff. that just tells me you don't want to be in here and you don't want to learn. So, Brett, you know, I'm good with that. If you don't like my sarcasm, then I don't know what to tell you on that one. But I don't paint pretty pictures and rainbows in here. I take trades and just make them happen and then go from there. If they're good, great. If they're bad, it's another trade. You got to look at the charts to learn from it, and then maybe learn from the mistakes and go on with the next one. But at the end of the day, guys, if you're doing 200 to 300 trades a year, you have 50 losers and 250 winners, you're making money. You got to put the odds, you know, in your favor, and you got to keep trading. If you take 10 trades, the chances of, you know, having 5 winners, 5 losers, it's like, all right, that's great, you know, 50% or whatever. But the more trades you take, the more risk you put on. Just make sure it's small positions. Don't get crazy. I was the crazy madman before, and I've learned, you know, then I'd be, you know, I've told the story the other day, you know, at 2 in the morning, we didn't have cell phones, you know, back then. I'd have to turn on CNBC and be like, where are the futures? I'm all in on Apple. Oh my gosh, the futures are down. Oh, I'm going to get ripped on Apple today. You know, just stuff like that. I sleep very well at night now. That's all I can say. Damn it, I covered my 2,000K shares. I'm like a rock. Yeah, no, is it going down more? It's it's getting blocked by my screen, but all of a sudden I just saw it red. I saw it go from like 11% to 8%. I was like, whoa, what's going on? But be careful, guys. If you are long in this one, just please tighten the stop or trim some of the position off. Again, like I did, turn a great trade into a shit storm. You know, so all right. MU down in 2014 because of the price of DRAM chop. Okay, is that why I was going down? Yeah. So I don't there's too much just looking at the charts every day, guys. Let alone finding fundamentals. Maybe I could find a fundamental, guys. I believe in you. Thanks, Brad. Yeah. No, just don't punch in 22. I had guys just keep punching stuff. Show me your account. Show me your account. Show me your account. It's like, well, call Goldman, and when they show you their account, then I'll show you mine. Okay. How about I think that's fair enough. Or anybody, JPM or anybody, guys. It's personal stuff to me. It's like showing someone your bank account. Like the guy across the street, if he's buying a Ferrari, who cares? He's doing great. Let him go. You know what? Don't, you know, let me see your check because you bought a Ferrari. You can't afford that. You're lying. That's a fake Ferrari. Is cooking, exactly. Yeah, The Rock, love that guy. So, Nvidia double top forming soon at all-time high. What do you think? ER a month away, and now hurry. Thanks. Don't touch it. You're going into earnings, Tony. I just stay away from it. I'm getting murdered on that trade. Well, I was getting murdered. I've shorted it. I've intraday traded, so I'm doing okay on the trade. But that was a trade I've been in for probably 8 months now, I think. So I've been getting roasted. I stuck with it, high flyer. But I did post another. You know, this is another one though. You know, and some guy questioned me too because I Twitter for a year and a half. Then you have that trade. But since I started a new 9. So I added NVIDIA on this because it's like, hey, NVIDIA's coming to double top. I got to put a trade out there because it's a great trade still. Yeah, I'm still stuck in my crap trade, but hey, it's a crap trade. I agree. What are you going to do? But like, look at the shop though. You know, I was telling you guys, I added here, added more, sold half, added more, sold half, sold the last half, and that's a win, you know. But that's what we do here too. You know, I know Fizz, this thing was a high flyer. I had to keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting to the almost full position. I got a little bit more left. But on something like this, if you're going 10,000 in a position, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, 1,500, knowing that this could go to 100, and it did. That's what I'm saying. That's why, you know, these guys are, well, he added 6 times in the AAOI try. Yeah, because you know why? I know if I'm going to do $100,000 short-term trade, maybe 15 first. Man, I'll throw another 15 at it. All right, I'm at 30. Okay, I'm pretty 30 grand. I get 10% pullback. I'm making 3 grand. All right, let's go a little bit more. Let's do another 15. All right, I'm bleeding a little bit. Where it's going up, you know. I made money the other day on it, and I did another trade on. You know, that's why I was telling one guy was asking, here's another trade I punched on OI. We did this as a swing trade too. Right here, 522, 69.80. We added more at 72.82. Average price, we took it off at 63. That was a great trade. Another swing trade. I think I had in that one about 15,000 in that one. It was a small trade. It's not big. My max trades are about 20, 25 grand in there. I try to keep them under 20. Sometimes I mean, I could go to 30 if I wanted to, or 40, but two trades, all at 20, 15, 10 grand, they all make 5%. They're all making 500 bucks. If I have a couple losers, is not going to, a bad trade in my strategy is not going to kill you. But as you're pulling off some other winners, take some of that capital and put it in one of those big old turds. You know, because I was in Chipotle, guys, bleeding out my eyes. It was like, oh my gosh. All right, Chipotle, yeah, it's going to 500 like I thought, you know, so I'm going to keep adding. So Chipotle, that was one we just covered too. Where is that one? Believe me, sometimes I want to show you guys my accounts because this bullshit with adding and doing this, it's so much easier just to say, hey, here you go. Here's all my shit. Watch it, you know. But maybe one day, I don't know. Maybe, I guess if you guys are paying me, it just doesn't mean anything. Because then I've traded with guys, and I used to be that guy. Well, I only have a $50,000 account, and you have a $500,000. It's so much easier for you to trade, guys. I started with 30K 9 years ago. Okay, 30K. And I used to cry to those guys. Well, you have 600 grand. You can be in 42 trades and do this and do that and blah, blah, blah. I'm only in 30, but I used to be only a scalp trader. I built my account from scalps and then started a slow swing trading account and then added another one, then more of a short-term account. It's good to have it. And plus the, what is it, the FDIC, they only insure up to 250 grand. So you better have multiple accounts. One of those places go out of business, you're screwed. I don't know. Oh, there's CMG. We added at 427 on 328. We added more. I knew it was going to 500. If this thing was going to take off, it's going to 500. But we traded, well, here. All right, so anyway, so 2 was our average because we added 4 more times. Got it to not the max position, but a good position. Pulled off half, half, half. Well, we pulled off half, quarter, quarter, winner. We almost got 50 bucks out of the last half. That was a great trade, almost 10%. So again, if you have 20 grand, that's a $2,000 trade. If you have 10, that's a $1,000 trade. And now I'm in, took that money, boom, I added to some of these other big turds. You know, the Fizz, I added to that one. Took the money, ran, put it, you know, did it that. Not this time, but as soon as I covered that one, I was like, all right, which one am I under the most on? Let's see what's going on. I'm not in all these trades. Disclaimer, that's what I got, busted balls. He's not even in all the trades. How the hell? If I'm running a site and trades, I'm just going to stop trading all my trades. I'm not going to give any more trades now on my site. We're just going to sit and wait for these to play out. Everyone would be like, really? You're not going to give any more trades? Hello? You know, I don't know, you know. No, Brett, you're good, bud. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, he's cooking some crack with Janet Yellen. August 2nd is all right, Tesla. So watch out for that, guys. August 2nd. You might get some fireworks on that one. Are you doing a live stream every day? How to get the links? Subscribe at the bottom of the screen. I'm still all new. I'm doing my website. I'm doing this. I'm a trader and I own a printing company. I don't do half this crap. You subscribe or go to StockBookie.com and you can join for the membership. And then you get those trades. So, and a lot of those trades are in the money or real close. I took half off. Some are winners, but the ones that are out of the money on those trades, guys, on my WordPress sheet, you want to go short, pick the ones that I'm under the worst on Priceline. But thank God we're average at 849. We pulled half off. We're starting to add a little bit more. I got a little bit room to add a little more in this, but thank God we sold it there. I mean, we had a flush. I got almost 75 bucks, 70 bucks on this. I got to take something off. And it went right up in my face again. And I'm in a short-term trade on Priceline getting roasted, but I'm in a small position on that one. You take about 10 shares, and that's like 100 grand. It's crazy. Yeah, so that, no, live stream. I think on YouTube, if you subscribe, you might get an email. But if you subscribe at my website, I'm trying to get emails right when I go out. Or just follow me on StockTwits. Go to StockTwits. Everything's under StockBookie. I post stuff on there usually. I post stuff on Twitter. I post stuff on Facebook I didn't do today. There's not a lot of people. So no, I feel crap. I feel like crap, though. I was here supporting you, but Mr. Turbo, what I wrote, and it's called out for no reason. Sorry, Brett, man. Hey, I didn't mean it. Just when I see someone just posting a bunch of stuff, I've been in this doing this stuff too long. I get 40 posts and they're just talking crap and spamming. No one can see what's going on in the feed. That's all I'm saying, bud. S-Bucks, please. Yeah, Starbucks. Oh, it's going down. I'm trying not to watch the AAIO because I'm getting my ass kicked, but it's like, ooh, it's going to keep going, baby. Keep going. Maybe we can all cheer together like I used to do. I'd be beating on the screen. Come on, you mother F. This thing's got to go down. My wife would be like, what the heck's going on in there? Screaming at the computer. Is that going to help? I said, yeah, it's going to help. Kramer told me. I was that guy. Kramer flipping said. Holy crap. I'll never forget that. I'm surprised. At 47 tomorrow, I'll have a heart attack. We are short Starbucks. We did cover half. It is holding up on this one, though. And, I mean, look at that fall, guys. I mean, they jammed it to me. We took a short. I think we were in right off this pivot here, right here. I'll tell you. Let's go back. We'll go back to my sheet, guys. We went in at 61.66, 62.86. Average price was 62.26. We covered half at 58.10, and then we're going to see what this thing does from there. So we're right there. We pulled it off because we were coming to these lower pivots, filled the gap. We're going to kiss the 200 MA. Of course, it came short like every other time. Got the bounce. For me, down sideways, I think it's setting up for lower prices. If you're long in this one, you got to get above the 20 MA and go for the 50 MA and then possibly get above the 60 number as well, then possibly see a little more upside. You're going to have some retraces coming up as well, so you got to watch out for that. And other than that, you know, I mean, I know what you're looking at because it was at 65. Now it's at 57. For me, I just gotta wait. You know, if you come to this low pivot, you're about the 50% retrace. That was the, you know what? That was the other reason too. I was gonna say there was one other reason too. I think it was a 618. That's why we pulled half off. It's like, you know, I've been sitting in this trade. This thing's been going nowhere, and it went up on me, and I was like, God, as soon as it pulled back, yeah, 618. That's where we're at. So a 618, 200 MA. So it's got great support here, but down sideways. If this thing starts to slip, gets below the 200, we'll definitely go into 54.10, maybe lower. Earnings could bring it up, could bring it down. 50-50 shot. If you play earnings, just don't go heavy in the trade. I get an email saying you're getting your butt kicked on Starbucks. So let's see here. Where are we here? Crap, bud. You know what? I already forgot about it. Just don't spam. Just don't punch in 92 things on here. Didn't say anything to you. What that is what. Cool. I was literally talking about George. Okay. Never wrote anything towards you. All right. Brett, write your name. Who's talking to? What? Okay, that's fine. Watch out. AO is starting to go down. Yeah, no, it's barely. Is it going down more? All right, let's pull it up, guys. See, the funny thing is on all those feeds, now everyone, if this thing comes back in, they're all going to say, good thing I sold 3 days ago. You know, let's see. It's going to be interesting. What's left on the market? An hour? 4. All of a sudden, if the market turns lower, I'm telling you, this one's going to tank. So I'm holding strong. Gosh, if I could get back to 80 today, that won't be too bad. Look at that, though. All of a sudden, the plug. But look, check this out, guys. Wow, look, volume's picking up. Wow, maybe some distribution at the highs up here. Maybe those pumpers are guys who are an institutional buyer. You know why? I never thought about that. Maybe those pumpers on StockTwits, they work for hedge funds and institutional guys. I know one of them has a paid site, which could be all the guys because they can have 10 different accounts. My buddy's on StockTwits too. I got a couple of them that I met, you know, from a year and a half ago, and they send me the links and everything. They're like, here, check out this guy. So as this guy was talking shit all day to you, I went back to him and said, hey, well, who do you follow? And then they send him the link. Hey, check out this site. This guy's awesome. And then that's like, and then the buddy he sends me an email. He's like, dude, check this out. This is what he sent me, the link to this guy's site. It's like, oh my gosh, in a million years, I never thought about that. So these guys are spamming people like me site to say, hey, check out this guy's site. This guy rocks, you know, and it's basically their site. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to do that. I have time to go do live sessions and try to make good, put good trades out there. I don't know, shit. I mean, it's like me right here, guys, going on to StockBookie and trolling somebody right now. All right, your trade sucks. You're getting your ass kicked. It's like, God, yeah, I have time to do that. Not. All right, here, watching AO starting to go down. S-Bucks, please. Yeah, I did S-Bucks, so that one. Yeah, be careful with that one going into earnings. We were short. We covered half. We'll go into earnings. If it pops up, we'll add more on StockBook or on StockBookie, on S-Bucks, and then we'll hopefully maybe at double top at the 65 level or area. But right now we're short. If it goes down, we'll take the rest off. What's up? Oh, no problem, Tony. Love doing this stuff. Everybody has a great trade when trading IO. Everybody has a genius. Yeah, you know. But like I said, everyone, no one will post they took profits. This thing will be back to $70. Is, oh, good thing I took profits on the 14th. It's like, whatever. And then the next profit is, or the next post is, well, good, you know, I bought this thing at 50 and rode it all the way up. It's like, well, at least post something, at least show something you did, you know. Say I just sold this thing here at the top and bought it at 20. You know, oh, what a great trade. So, you know, whatever. You know, that's why, you know, what I tell people now, hey, do a live session, go on YouTube, invite me, and let's see what you got. That's what I'm going to tell people on. Do a live session, let's go on your thing, and let's see what you bring to the table. Control F to find your positions on your Excel sheet. Okay, is that what it is? Ticker thing in the middle that I had. I clicked the off button and it dumped everything on here. To find your positions on your Excel. Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm trying to find them on here. I just don't want to click too much. I mean, I can restart my computer. I got to learn here or something like that, and then I don't. So I did that earlier today, and I clicked it and I couldn't find it, but that's all right. We'll survive. We'll survive. Because it's 314, so we got a little bit longer here. C and Wells Fargo on a position list, currently lower than the entry price. Do you recommend them enter now? They're not bad. I don't think I don't think they're that far out. Let's look. Because I mean, they're a little bit. Well, let's take a quick look. I'm going to look at them anyway, so I might as well do it now. C. Oops. AAOIC. Let's see. C. Jeez. I'm just talking to myself, guys. Daily. Yeah, it's not bad. It's holding. Let's see. Let's see if we could get a retrace. I mean, if you could get a retrace, we're right there. Let's see. The C position. 67, 61. We're right there. I mean, it's not bad if you want to take. You remember, we're only in it's this one here. All right. Now hold on. Man, you guys are making me work too much. Let me tell you. All right. No, right now we only have a half position on the C, a half position on JPM. Well, no, we added more on. Well, this one here we added more. Still, again, this one I started with a bigger position because I liked where it was coming into this area here. JPM was still going up, so I was starting to add on JPM, so I added a little bit more. So again, with money management, guys, so say if I'm going to go 20,000 in all these positions, okay? This one here has been ripping heads off. C has been holding strong here. So on C, I'm going to go a little bit heavier because I know popping up here, it's been kind of stalling out. You know, it's been kind of grinding. It was a bullish pattern here, but I know right at 67.50 and 65.37, there's some big areas of resistance. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier on the position looking at the technicals. Now JPM, on the other hand, this one was ripping up. So I'm going in on this one and then get my average up on this, knowing that, look at JPM. That was the only one that was going up. It was incredible. Thinking that I was just like, all right, because this one came off this pattern and just started ripping up, knowing that I think this was this was the old double top. Knowing that at double top I can go up more. So I'm going to add a little bit slower on this one, knowing that it could go to here where the C trade was a little bit higher. So there's a methodology behind all this madness and why I go full positions, quarter positions, this position, half position. It's all too, if it's coming off a bullish pattern, yeah, this can go up. But you know what? I like this little pivot top here at 89. The fact that you have this little pivot top here at 86 or 88.11, you know, so as this thing comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down, I know there's resistance here, resistance there, resistance there. So I'm going to start JPM with a smaller position because I know there's a lot more resistance up here. Where on C, here, I knew it was there. So, hey, you know what? As this thing's moving up, I'm going to start adding here because I know this is a big gap fill from back in 2009. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier on this, knowing that if it does push up on earnings, I can add a little bit more just in case. And, you know, it fell a little bit. It caught a bid. We should have pulled a little bit off today, but oh well. But that's how you got to look at these things, guys. There's so much more to just saying, hey, let's go half position, quarter position, but hey, let's look at the resistance areas, just like Chipotle, guys. I added 5 times on that because I knew if I went here, look at, not to jump around, but I want to show you Chipotle. This is another one we traded many times, guys. This is the one that, like AAOI for all you guys, this was my AAOI. This is, every time it hit this trend line short, came back in, didn't go here, and then I started adding here, knowing that it's resistance, but as it hit this resistance over and over and over, it gives it a great chance for this thing to pop higher. So I knew I had to add, knowing that it could go to 500. So it was a slow and steady add to get to my, just to say, I'm just throwing out numbers, grand in Chipotle. That's going to be my max position. So I know damn well I might have to do 5, 15, 20. And I think, well, I added right in here, and then I added right over. I was like, you know what? I got to hold off on this thing. It popped up on earnings, guys. That's where I added the last position, was the right move. Got my average up, right back down. So there's so many different things. I mean, intraday is different. There's same with intraday. If you're looking for a scalp trade, these markets, that's why I'm not doing too much. Look at it. This is a SPY. But even on a scalp trade, I mean, that you can't really do anything. But, you know, it comes down, you know, it might come down a little bit more to these low pivots. So you're going to add here, knowing that you might add a little more there. And if it goes down a little bit more, here's your last area. So you might add 3 times in this trade, knowing that, okay, I'm going to do a $200,000 position in the SPY. I'm going to do 800 shares. You're going to do 250, 250, 250. And if it goes a little lower, you can maybe add the other one, okay, or whatever. You know, there's different ways to do this. That's why I add, knowing that, hey, I'm going to go in this position with 100 grand. I'm going to do it 4 times. Here's your support levels, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are I'm going to add. If it doesn't make it, at least I could get to a half position. If it pops up, I'll take the money and run and say thank you very much. Just stuff like that. So there's tons of way to do this trading stuff, guys. It's not, you know, just like if you're in a lot of these short positions with me going into earnings, if it pops up, you make your grand on there, you're ahead on the trade. Now you're kind of green on the upside down short trade. That trade comes in eventually because there are a lot of high flyers. You'll get paid on the call position. You'll get paid on the short position coming in. You got to look at the overall pictures, guys, and everything. So, you know, just follow that, hedge yourself, you know, just got to do that, you know. So, all right, I got emails coming through now and everything from my business. So I'm just looking at that. Sorry, guys. Here. I mean, the WFC position 2, Chad, you can nibble on these. It's not bad. Well, what was it? Wells Fargo Corp. Let's see, because they all got the buy the dip mentality. They go down, blah blah blah. You know, buy the dip. I mean, it's not bad. It's still in a bullish stance here. You know, but we did go up. I like the fact that we did do this. And Wells Fargo to 6182. Could go a little higher to 57. That's why we're in this position. We're not loading up yet. We know 57, and it could possibly go to gap fill in this gap window too. So we're saving some in the tank on Wells Fargo as well. So that's another one where we put the position on 10 when it popped up. And then this was the banking news, knowing that, hey, it could go here. It could fill this gap and go back to double top at 60. So I started at 56.10, I think it was. I got room to add at, say, 58. Got room to add at 60. My average position will be right around 58. Another one where it goes straight down, straight up, and then boom, let's see what happens. So that's one we're going to be watching for. So, all right, so Wells Fargo, yeah, you can, but, you know, if it starts getting up here, just make sure you have enough room to add more. That's what we're doing. It's still in a strong stance. You're above the MAs. All news, though. Bank stress tests, earnings, you know, they couldn't even help themselves. It's all great. Well, it's easy to blow out earnings when you're underestimating everything. You get these analysts, they work for Wall Street. What are they going to do? Overestimate it so these things don't come in good? They got to underestimate everything. Oh, my God, everything's great again. Look, the banks are good. And Raising interest rate, guys, bad for the banks, bad for credit card holders, bad for, well, good for savers. That's about it. The only thing it's good for. It's going to slow the economy down, guys. So there, things going short and counterintuitive, but it's gravity, guys. Things that go up come down. Yeah, it's just, I showed you guys the charts. Hello, just tuning in. No plays. Look at the SPY, guys. You have 31 million on the SPY. That's it. So, AKS pulling back. Yeah, this was one of the Trump trade. Everybody got in on the Trump trade, and they all got burned. There's nothing to do here. This was all news, just like the markets, guys. This one actually almost came back to the November lows, just like everything else is going to. Oh, he's going to build so much steel. Oh my gosh, it's going to be great. Whoa. Oh my gosh, I'm getting killed. Nothing to do. It's setting up the possible lower prices. It's going to be news driven from Trump. I'm staying away from these. We shorted X a bunch of times. It's a Trump trade. It's got to go higher. And then this is destroying people, guys. They went all in. Trump's using American steel. Oh my gosh. November lows. Just a matter of when, guys. This is grinding up on 31 million on the SPY. This one's actually set. We looked at this one before. If it could get above this 25, then it'll higher. But AKS, I wouldn't touch. I mean, you could play it for a bottom feeder play it like an option. But if you start cracking this low here around 532, then it's probably going to go lower. So just be careful with that one. Buy the dip, baby. Over and over and over. News on Sprint, S, intraday action. All right, hold on. Let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that. Damn. Feed. Look at that. Oh, let's see. Sprint. It's already done. Yeah, still 890 to that. Yeah, it's still news. This thing can drive, but let's see where it stopped here. Stop. Yeah, there was double top. Didn't make it there, but this was your gap fill. Nope. Oh, here. Hold on. I mean, this is on right there. There's your area. That was your area right there. So there, and then double top. See, this is what I'm saying too. Okay, so if you're going to take this thing short, you have the trend line, so you'd probably start adding there. You'd add there and add. Nah, this is news. Don't touch it. Good resistance up here. Look, you had the gap right there as well. So that was your first area. Second area, for me, it would have been about $9. And then maybe short. I don't know what the news is, but let's see if this holds it down. We'll come back to this one. Or I wouldn't follow the weekly on this one. I'm just looking at the bigger time frame. Yeah, look, you have a bunch, but look what this one's doing. Down, up, more news. Down, up. So go to the 60-minute on this one real quick. 60-minute, I just want to see if there's any MAs. Above the MAs, here's your areas of resistance. Nah, nothing to do. Oh, big hoss. I like that. See, that's what I like about the room. You guys see any action, any news? Let's pull up the chart and see where the resistance is, see what's coming on. But see how this thing holds here, guys? You got the gap fill. You had the trend line there. And then you even had this little peak right here, too. Now that I look at the 60-minute, look at that. Look at that little up move. That's going to be a little bit of resistance, too. So right there, gap fill, trend line, and then double top. Didn't make it there. But if you get towards here, maybe. But I want to see one good push. I don't want to see this thing just kind of stalling out, and then getting there. I want to see next candle right straight up, maybe. If it gets above there, then just step aside, let it go. Let's see. 1,000 where SPX breakout. Yep, George, I keep telling you, bud, just buy it. Picture's worth 1,000 words, brother. Just learned that earnings is today for WFC. Yeah, that's why they're all chopping around and stuff. That's why they didn't really go up, then go down. If you wanted to get interested in shorting those, go them. Just remember, don't load the house. Get ready to add more just in case these markets grind higher. Because guys, we just keep grinding. We're almost at 246 now, guys. I'm surprised AAOI is coming down with the markets grinding higher. See how the markets are grinding higher, and see how the AAOI is kind of slowing down now. God, if we got to pull back in this market, this thing would be at $70, guys, in no time. If we get some turbulence next week, be careful. If you're in that trade, AAOI, they're pumping this thing up. Remember, don't forget to take profits on that. Yeah, so S isn't really doing anything. It's stalling. I mean, volume's coming in. Someone's holding it down at gap fill, though. I'm not playing that one. Keep buying it. Said the word steal. Yeah, see, you watch out for those AK. If Trump keeps talking crap, that will go up probably 20%. But if he doesn't, it could continue going down. It's just a news-driven trade. If you're going to take the AKS, just don't load the house. Go in a small position, make your 500 to 1,000, and get out. Do you need to put money sign before my stock? Just so I know, some people will use like acronyms like I don't know, and they'll put IDK. IDK, let's look at that one. Well, what is that? What's IDK? Oh, that means I don't know. I'm 47, guys. I don't know what this crap means. Let's look at AAIO. So, oh yeah, that's why I tell people to put the dollar sign. You know, if it's a symbol. Well, I mean, yeah, like Deutsche Bank, yeah. Dollar sign, because that's like on Stock Twitch, you put that stuff and stuff like that. So they got an underlying bid. Someone's got an underlying bid on this thing, guys. And the more I think about Stock Twitch, those guys might be pumpers for institutional money or hedge fund guys or stockbrokers. Look at this thing, though. Because what basically, we'll call a client and be like, you got to get interested in this AAOI. They go onto the site, Stock Twitch, and they say, this thing's going higher, this thing's going higher. I get stockbrokers calling me all the time, guys. I fill out these financial things. I tell them I'm worth $100 million. They all call me because I want them to come to me to say, hey, guys, you need a technical guy? You know, like me, hire me. I'll be your consultant. And that's how I actually picked up a couple gigs with that. These guys would call me and they'd be like, StockBookie, I'm in this trade. I'm getting killed. I called all of my people and I opened them up on this trade or new business on this trade, and it's down 30%. And they're calling me, and what do I do? And these are stockbrokers in New York. The last guy who did, I finally told him, I said, until you pay me, I'm not giving you anymore. And actually, the one trade he was in was the HIMAX, like the last HAIMX. This is another one, all news driven. And I'll never forget this trade. This guy all the time. And where was it? It was back right there. This was the day. So it was tanking. No, not it was at $6. Hold on. It was back here. The Stock Twitch stuff right here, $6. Yeah, 630. So there's a big gap fill right here. Okay, right at $6 or no, 617, and you had double bottom. So I'm talking to this guy for about 6 months because I'm giving good trades. He opened up all. He's a broker in New York. I forgot what hedge fund or whatever he was working for. I think it was a small boutique hedge fund. He was opening up all his clients right here. This thing's going to the moon. This thing's going straight up. You got to get interested. I'm going to open up an account with you. All I need is 25 grand, and we can do this and make it happen. And I'm going to make so much money on this one. The guy, he's like, well, we can do IMAX. I'm like, guys, you're up in the double top right here. Pivot, double top. You got big resistance. I don't think this thing's going higher. And he's like, you don't think it's going higher? I'm like, well, go to Stock Twitch. You can follow me here, blah, blah, blah. And this is pretty much where I, started signing. I signed up, I think, on Stock Twitch right here. No, July or June, I think it was, because we had the August flash crash and we caught that one. So right when I came on the scene, I was telling everyone to short the stocks, and we got that flash crash. But I was telling them here, so I'm like, dude, you're into this resistance, you're into this thing's gonna fall. I get the call on this day when they're flushing everybody out. So he got all his people in right here. They're flushing them out. He calls me, and his name was Chris. I'll never forget it. John, I'm the HIMAX. What do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, dude, who is this? And I'm playing stupid. I'm like, oh, this is the guy that doesn't want to pay me, huh? I was like, you know what? I'll give you one last trade, man. I said, you got him in the gap fill. And this guy knew nothing. He was a broker, and he knew nothing other than to call people and tell, you got to buy this. The people in the back told me. So this thing's bleeding out. He's freaking. He's getting the phone calls. Oh, my gosh, you told me to go in this thing. It was going up. It's going down. Never filled the gap. Came the gap window. Look where this thing went. Oh, my gosh. So he's calling me right about here again. He's like, well, I remember when I talked to you in the first place, around $9, you were telling me there's resistance. What's going on? I said, don't you have a chart? Look at it. Thing went up. Call me one more time. I said, dude, $6.35 to almost $12. And the funny thing with this one is, and I'm pretty sure there is a area right here. I haven't looked at this one in a while. I just remember this one. This was epic. And then you had this pivot right in here. See those little pivots here? And then your last line of resort is this little gap, and then, of course, gap fill here. And he's like, well, how high can this thing go? And I'm like, dude, pull your clients out. I said, at this point, Chris, this is the last time. I saved your ass on other trades. This was making lower highs. This thing took off. If you guys can't pay me, then good luck. And honestly, I've never talked to the guy again. So my best friend, if he gives me money, he's gone. So, and you know, I saved guys. I mean, this was epic too. You know, he made money, and you know, hopefully he took his position off, because I think the thing's down here now. But that was one of my epic trades with the bro. I get all these brokers calling me. Some follow me, some don't. But you know, whatever. You know, I did do a little bit of consulting for these guys for about a year. One guy we had over 100 million, guys. That's what we were playing with, and that's how I know you can't, even with 100 million, you can't move markets. All right. Need Deutsche Bank. All right, let's go Deutsche. Bitcoin, I don't have Bitcoin. Deutsche Bank, I do. This is one, guys, they had to save it. This thing was cracking down. I mean, this is another one. This is one of the biggest banks out in Europe. If it does not hold this trend line down here, they had to bounce it. This thing was this thing's bleeding. It's almost at the 52-week, the all-time lows. And they're like, oh, it's okay. Look at this thing. I mean, it's Deutsche Bank. Look at the chart on that thing. 145 down to the. They can't even get this thing going with 65 billion euros a month in stimulus. Can't get this thing going. They had to get it off this low because it was breaking down right here. Gets back up, carries the 20 MA. Algos hold it, but honestly, on a monthly, down sideways. A little bit bullish, still down and sideways, but micro bullish. But Matt, it's got a little going on there. I wouldn't touch this one. It's just look at the chart. See, this thing's going lower, and this thing starts going lower, the markets are going to start getting interesting. That's another one you got to watch. Bitcoin, I don't have that one. X, sure, if you want to listen to George, rock and roll, bud. I guess you guys are back and forth. So if that's what you want to do, buy the SPX up here, guys. George here says it's a buy. We're in a 10-year, 20-year bull market, whatever he's saying. I'll go to the monthly. I don't know. I don't see any bull market here. I'm not sure. I see symmetry. I see when you make big moves like this and you measure them out, this is your area. I think we're going to 2,500. I mean, if you want to buy it for maybe a 50-point gain on the S&P, sure. But if this thing starts sliding, you want to start protecting that position. So that's it. This is why I can't go long on here. Just like everybody went long here, look what happened. Everyone went long here too. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. .com, housing, quantitative easing, Fed. It's, here, I'll show you more symmetry, guys. Right there, from that low to that low, if you take that from to here, this is one of your time frames right there. Look where we pulled back. So we were short again, and that's how we play this. That's why do you think we were short the markets here when I came on the scene in StockTwits? It's a measured move, guys. Right in here, right, you're not going to get it perfect, but right somewhere in here, you're going to get a little bit of turbulence. How stretched we are from that turbulence, from the symmetry. Getting a little stretched. The problem is, guys, we're going up on hot air and no volume. SPY, 33 million again. So, do you trade penny stocks? Nah, I just too thinly traded. There goes that. Is it going up again? Let's pull it up. There goes S. Still not doing nothing too much. Where's that? 10-minute? Yeah, trying. There was your point though. Look at that. That gap fill's holding it down here. 60-minute, that's a gap fill, so that's holding it down. So yeah, we have to leave. Have a great. Hey, Chad, thank you, man, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to take off too. I want to eat lunch. I got some stuff to do as well. But let's go. LB, thanks. I'm sorry. I meant to SPY. Yeah, SPY. Yeah, that SPX is easy because that's why. I look at the SPX as my chart's a little bit cleaner. Up on no volume. You got to watch out for this stuff. This is where they pull the rug. I mean, we go 13 months straight up without a nice pullback. So something's up. I mean, we did go months up here. That was the other one. That was just get this thing, get this thing away from these double tops as much as we can. Had little pullbacks here, but you knew measured move. You knew somewhere in this section. That's why we were short. There's more stuff on here that I won't show you guys, but we're getting close. If we don't get it now, it's going to be in October. So, all right, guys, I'm going to head out. I've been doing this for a couple hours now. Hopefully you enjoyed the live stream. Come again, sign up, subscribe, go to my membership. You can subscribe there. It's free. YouTube, it's down in here. I think you get information if you sign up or subscribe. You get an email before I go live. And then StockTwits, that's where I usually post everything. Just before I go, and then right when I go, I do it again. But just watch for my stuff. Watch for my. I'm trying to do emails on my GoDaddy account, and it's just not sending them out. It's a pain in the ass. And then we send out 500 emails at a time or whatever because they think I'm spamming everybody. So hey, thanks. I'm gonna enjoy my birthday. I thought next week I'm seeing Cheech and Chong up at the Talking Stick Arena. So if Dom, you're still on there, I'll be at Talking Stick Arena next week. Resort where the casino is. Hey, maybe I'll gamble there. 50-50 shot. So. But Cheech and Chong, guys, I'm 47. Used to watch them back in the day. I'm excited about that one. TGT, let's look at that one real quick, though. It's another retailer. Amazon's taking them out. Red, it's holding there. Nothing to do here. Let's look at the daily real quick. This will be the last one. Again, guys, watch my videos, check it out, subscribe, just punch up StockBookie, all my crap comes up. Twitter, I'm going to work something out with a different account on that possibly to get more of the people that are serious. So when I'm getting in and out of positions, we can follow me there. I like Twitter because it's on the fly. If I get out of a position, boom, you get the email, you're done. There's no screwing around. So, all right, guys, thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. How about I just keep blabbing away. But anyways, thanks again for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts, guys.